ladies and gentlemen, your opening VIP contest this evening is scheduled to be a pinfall or submission. Making his way to the ring first, he hails from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He is the problem solver, Dexter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 7th anniversary event here for WFC. My name is CM Burnham alongside Travis Falhart. We are opening up the VIP portion live here on Facebook. This is an experiment. We hope it works well. If it does, you can expect this in many times in the future. But if things do happen to fizzle out for some technical reason, understand it is an experiment. Right here, we are looking at the problem solver, Dexter Hardaway, a man who has had quite a problem with the villains, and who tonight will be facing again one-on-one the newest recruit into the villains, the newest promotion, I guess I should say, and that is Reed, Villain Reed, stepping into the ring one-on-one with Dexter. That's all you can say is
What are you expecting me to say something good?
You know, you're a broadcast journalist. It's kind of your job.
You know what my broadcast journalism is calling out stupidity. And you know what? I don't even have to call anything out. The guy who's standing in the ring currently does that all by himself.
Well, and for those of you who are new to WFC, there is a long-standing issue between Mr. Falhart and Mr. Hardaway. But right now, we focus on this man.
That is the best shirt that I think I've seen anybody wear ever in the last few episodes here of WFC.
Yeah, I somehow felt that you, in fact, I'm kind of surprised you're not sporting one yourself. I do understand they're for sale strictly from the villains, kind of straight up to the villain issue themselves.
Sure.
Well, fans, we're on our way here, about to get underway with our opening contest. 7 years in the making. This anniversary show, we're opening up here with Reed and Dexter Hardaway.
Go get him, Reed.
And, well, we can all tell exactly which side Reed is on, but this will be a rematch from a couple of months ago. And villain security members, Berryman and Storm at ringside as well. And they're never shy to... let's say to make their presence known.
Don't start throwing out accusations or anything like that.
I'm just saying what it is that they've been known to do in the past.
Is that what you're doing?
And
I think that's bias in the broadcast journalism, right?
I think I'm just stating the facts.
Is that what you're going to call it now?
That's what I'm going to call it.
Okay. Whatever you want to say.
All right. Well, this is very much a experience and rookie type of match here. Reed only really, I think, in his 3rd or 4th professional wrestling match. And...
do me a favor, make sure to drape that. No. Make sure to drape that right here so everybody can see it. Right there. Thank you. No, I cannot. Why were you an idiot? Take that down. Take it down. Like down, man. Thank you.
The level of the test to become a villain security member must not be very, let's say, challenging. All right, fans, we're underway here as Hardaway and Reed circle around each other. Collar and elbow tie up into the side headlock by Dexter Hardaway. Hardaway, a 20-year veteran of this sport, recently returning to in-ring action just earlier this year. He served as director of operations here at WFC as well as referee for WFC, but now back actively competing in the ring. And Reed, of course, as I said, the newest promotion up, a former villain security member who now has earned some respect from Tim Rockwell. And
it's not respect. He not only earned any kind of respect there, he earned his place.
Oh, look at Hardaway now pulling Reed over. And only gets a 2 out of that. And back to the side headlock.
Reed did his time as a villain security member.
Reed did time, really? Where? I was not aware of this.
Oh, he did time right here in WFC. He actually had to be punished by stupid people like Dexter Hardaway and his incompetence here.
Well, you see Hardaway out there quickly fending off villain security member Berryman. And Reed to the outside. Both men now battling outside there. Harsh forearm there. And another one in by Hardaway. Hardaway going to give some of our VIP fans an up-close experience. And get the shirt out of the way. Oh, look at Hardaway chopping up that chest. And
oh, I hope he broke his hand.
Yep. Hardaway pursuing Reed as Reed tries to gets some distance out of there. Hardaway slides in on the far side, but it's immediately met by Reed. And Reed now draping Hardaway over that bottom rope. Referee Jesse Beeler in there. You can see Hardaway trying to fend off the tassels of Reed's footwear.
Definitely a unique sense of style there for Reed, and using everything a part of his gear is the advantage. Oh, and look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Look at Villain Security making their presence known. While Reed is conversing here with the referee, has his back turned, has no idea what it is that the Villain Security members are doing.
Oh, isn't that a shame, too? I mean, you can question their competency, but you definitely cannot by any means question their loyalty. Reed now going back, and a stiff kick straight to the back of Dexter Hardaway.
Hardaway with some massive pain registering on his face, but Reed continues the beat down.
Now Reed Irish whipping Hardaway from one side of the ring to the other, picks him up for a side. No, backbreaker.
Yeah, straight down onto the backbreaker.
It almost looked like he was about to drop him straight down, but instead thought twice and delivered a knee straight to the lower back.
Reed now going to go corner to corner all the way across the ring with a big forearm shot. And Hardaway certainly staggered here.
For this only being his third going here in WFC, Reed has definitely shown some impressive qualities and traits here. He had a great match last month with Elijah Sparks, which he was victorious in, and he has been telling Dexter in the lead up to WFC that this was going to be his night and that he was going to put his own version of hard times on Dexter Hardaway.
Well, there's certainly no questioning the credentials of the training of Reed, trained by, of course, Alex Royal, but I'm sure all the villains, probably including John Cross, had something to do with bringing Reed up to the main roster here. Whoa, what's going on here? Why Storm in the ring? Why Berryman in the ring? Code breaker by Hardaway. Berryman sliding in, running forearms straight through and out.
Oh, look at this. Reed setting him up now. Oh, almost a version of the
straight
stroke.
Down on his face. Reed hooks the leg.
Oh, look
what
at
in
that.
the world?
Perfect for a loser, right?
Well, Tuck Davian announcing Reed as the winner, but really it should be Reed and Berryman and Storm all working together at the end there in order to allow Reed the pin.
I mean, are you going to boo-hoo about it now?
I'm just going to say, once again, it's the number situation. I don't know if we'd remove villain security from ringside if Reed could actually have pulled this victory off.
He more than certainly could have pulled this victory off.
Then why does he need to have villain security help him out?
You don't need to have anything. You just happen to have friends as backup. There is nothing wrong with that. That's called loyalty. You wouldn't know anything about that because you don't have friends.
What you call loyalty, I look at as cheating and underhanded tactics, but that's to be what it is.
Oh, of course, because that's just how you like to play it, right?
Well, Reed victorious.
Yeah.
There'll be another day for Dexter Hardaway, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure too, unfortunately. But that's just how it is. I mean, you can't help but he's a loser at the end of the day. I called it to begin.
No, why do you?
What?
I heard what you said. I'm a loser at the end of the day, right? And I got you, loser.
Hey! No!
Hey.
Get back! No!
Say what you got to say. I'm listening.
It's not your job. It's not your job, Travis. You're here to do this. Hey! Calm it down. You're here to do this. You got a bunch of expensive equipment here. You don't want to shatter it up.
I'm getting sick of this. It's the second time he's come up to me now and pie-faced me. This is ridiculous, Burnham.
You take it up with Stryker. You take it up with people backstage.
I'll take it up with anybody I need to because this is the second time I've dealt with this for telling the truth about somebody. That's how this whole thing started.
The fans, we're going to move on.
Making his way to the ring first, representing his employer, Dimitri, is the Smoking Ace,
Luke Langley now making his way to the ring. Last month he had a very intense matchup here in order to try to get his way back into the winning ways, if you will. And of course Langley with that long-standing issue with Double D, which unfortunately he was not able to to resolve in his favor a couple of months ago in that 2 out of 3 falls match. But Langley now returning here to competition in singles action WFC, and he has got a strong challenge against him, a former member of the Caballero Cartel in the form of one O'Brien.
And making his way to the ring now is his opponent. He hails from the Badlands. This is O'Brien.
O'Brien, another WFC mainstay for such a long time here. He's taking some time off and now making his return here.
He hasn't been taking time off. He was just going out and getting better.
Oh, I didn't say he was like taking time off from wrestling.
Well, that's how you implied it.
Absolutely going out and competing. I'm very familiar with O'Brien. I'm familiar with a lot of his personal regimens and his desire to make himself, what in his opinion, the best wrestler in the world today. And this will be a great matchup here. I really expect this to be a tremendous matchup between two solid scientific competitors.
Yeah, we actually have competitors in this next match, unlike the last one where we had one competitor and one loser. I swear that that's the second time. That's the last time.
Yeah, you mentioned it? Okay, then let it be the last time. Let's just focus on what's going on inside the ring here right now. Referee Jesse Beeler calls for the bell, and we are underway with this second match. Of course, fans, we've got 3 matches in this VIP section. The third match coming up later will be the culmination of the feud between Maddox Jones and the Canadian Red Devil.
Look at that, O'Brien. O'Brien's going with the clap, but I think he's doing it more so as a patronizing factor towards Luke Langley.
Wow, look at that immediately. A display of the strength of O'Brien.
That fighting Irishman right there. Maybe he'll be more successful than another Irishman was about a week ago.
Oh, and again. Oh, look out. And a charge in there by O'Brien. Kick to the head by Langley from behind. Langley really working to get himself cemented as a singles wrestler here in WFC, known for such a long time as one half of the KC Wolves, the Diamond Dogs, whichever name they chose to use. Thought of really as a tag team guy, one half of the very first WFC tag team champions. But over the past almost about a year's worth of time since his return here, he has really been trying to make people understand he can go this alone. And look at that low bridge right there.
Well, and to be fair on his part, Langley has had some great matches here in WFC. One particular against Double D, several different matches, 2 out of 3 falls. And it almost looked like Langley was about to sail off into the stratosphere as he—
oh, look out, Daredevil dive.
Goes through the middle rope there, so he was kind of sailing at that moment. But for this case, Langley came up on the short end of the stick there against Double D, who we'll see later tonight in the main show against JD.
The last man standing match for the Ryder Cup trophy, yes. Langley diving through there and reaps a clothesline. Fans, if you're watching this on Facebook Live, then there is still time to come out here for the main show. You can get up here to the Claremore Community Center. There are still tickets available. The main show starts at 5 o'clock.
That's 5 p.m. Central Time for all you people that are traveling from the East Coast. You're an hour ahead of us, so you better get here at 6 o'clock. And for all you Pacific Coast people that need to get here before 5, well, get here before 3 in your sense.
Langley on the receiving end there of a large charge from O'Brien, who scoops up Langley with ease and plants him in the middle of the ring.
Are you poking fun at his size?
No, I was picking on.
You said large charge.
I've known O'Brien his entire career. The man has built himself up in size and muscle in such a tremendous amount within especially the past couple of years. He has hit the weight rooms. He has dedicated himself to working out.
Look at the redness on his back from Langley.
Yeah, Langley's chops are intense.
Yeah, that almost matches his shorts there.
Langley, though, how on the receiving end of some stiff forearms of his own as O'Brien backs to the corner. And O'Brien with the charge here, but runs straight to the boot. No, he catches the boot. Catches it, and look at Langley try to wiggle free. Oh, Langley ducks underneath, rolls through, and a diving elbow smash in the corner.
Langley now going back to the well there. And, oh, look at the strike. The strike.
Yeah, caught with ease as now Langley
Oh,
back and
what a
smashed
power.
there. Almost an Oklahoma stampede, and not enough quite to keep Langley down. But O'Brien quick to pursue, quick to cinch in a rear chin lock to control Langley, not allow him to get on his feet and build up that speed.
No, he definitely went from one corner straight down to the mat. Bryan just showcasing his absolute power over Luke Langley at this moment. Now, just wearing him down with a simple chin lock there, but a jawbreaker is able to break Langley free.
Chopped there by Langley.
Oh, look at that. Barely, look at that. Barely phasing him.
O'Brien absorbing every single bit of that, almost as if they weren't even registered. But one chop from O'Brien knocks down the Diamond Dog.
I might have to talk to him about some stuff. Maybe make a little bit of a deal with this guy later on.
With who, O'Brien?
Yeah.
Well,
I do have some issues that need to be solved, and it looks like that's a real problem solver right there.
Yeah, well, that problem solver is one of the men who was the preliminary trainer for O'Brien. So again, if anybody knows O'Brien's abilities, it would be the person who you're referring to.
It's not the same guy as he once was, though.
That's
O'Brien.
true. That is very true. O'Brien now with the charge in, and Langley tries to come out of the corner. He caught enough of it to stagger O'Brien, but O'Brien going to charge in again intercepting the foot.
Wow!
But Insaguri there by Langley. Langley now up on the second rope.
You see the point of the boot just go to the side of the head?
And I'm about to see Langley pull off a tornado DDT.
Oh, man!
Takes over O'Brien. That's almost 300 pounds that he's swinging around the ring there.
But Langley has had too much taken out of him. He's not able to drape even an arm over to take advantage of the situation and potentially cover the three.
Both men struggling now to find a way to get back into this match. And normally I'd say whoever gets to their feet first would have an advantage, but they're pretty much even right here. I don't know that either man, O'Brien with a very slight edge, enough to give him the opportunity to swing but miss.
And now
Langley returns, another swing and a miss by O'Brien.
But he's just making Bryan mad.
And a third, but I think you're right. They do seem to be ready. Oh, interception.
I told you.
Throw off by O'Brien, swing and a miss again, but this time super kick to the midsection. And Insaguri.
Oh, my Lord. But still couldn't knock O'Brien down.
And what's Langley got? Oh, is he going to go? No, I thought they were going to go for the ripcord.
It's the third time he's tried the suplex, and once again, for the third time, it's not paying off.
These men know each other very, very well. They faced each other in Oklahoma City. They faced each other out in Arkansas. And look at the power there. And
pay dirt!
Wow, takes O'Brien straight down, hooks the leg, and I think no! Man! Somehow, O'Brien still able to kick out of that.
Man, Langley, though, you got to hand it to Langley coming out of nowhere with the pay dirt out of the power bomb.
I think hyper beam. Langley calling for the hyper beam.
It's like you read his mind.
Here we go. Going to spin him around. Can he connect with it here? Oh, O'Brien back in with a forearm.
Great way to stop it.
Oh, look out. Langley from behind. Look out, O'Brien. Oh,
we caught him with the foot.
Before he could say he was dead, O'Brien cuts it off. Look, going to set him up here. Powerbomb maybe. Picks him up, plants him down. But doesn't go for the pin. Maybe that's a mistake on O'Brien's part.
Baldo bomb.
And one hand. Does he have enough to keep Langley? No. That's a mistake on O'Brien's part. If he had covered the man traditionally, I think he might have been able to pick up the victory there.
Well, you can't discredit what O'Brien there. He just showed a strength of power with the power bomb followed right up with the double-handed chokeslam maneuver, a Baldo bomb-like position. It would have done the end, but Langley still trying to showcase that he's got all this fight.
O'Brien still confident here as he is behind Langley. Langley not aware of exactly where he is. And again, ease of a scoop there by O'Brien now.
He reversed it.
Pulls him through.
Oh, my Lord, did you hear the smack?
I did, but I also saw Langley return with the knee. Now he's going to go for the hyper beam once again. Spins him out, pulls him back in, but Langley caught with the choke slam, breaks that off. O'Brien tries again.
Going for the right side.
Can Langley go? No. Oh, he floats out of it.
Is he going to try this again?
Big super kick to the chin. And here he goes, side suplex.
He finally hits it.
Langley hooks both legs. And that's enough to get the victory.
Your winner, Luke Langley.
A tremendous outing here for both of these individuals.
Just when you thought Langley couldn't pick up the victory because he had thrown almost everything but the kitchen sink at O'Brien. O'Brien made one misstep, and Langley capitalized with his speed and agility, and finally, on I believe his 4th attempt, hit that back suplex to put O'Brien down for a 3.
Luke Langley finally back in the winning ways here in WFC after that long feud with Double D. Langley now hopefully going to be able to focus on climbing back up that ladder, perhaps earning an opportunity at the Hometown Heroes title. And Langley extending the hand, and O'Brien returns it. A good show of sportsmanship there. Both men know that they've been through a tremendous classic of a match. The fans coming up next. Right there you see Maddox Jones and the Canadian Red Devil. I will say, though, that the card here is a bit wrong because Big Stevie Caballero is banned from ringside.
That's still a travesty.
Not
in my
allowed.
book.
He is not going to be allowed to come to ringside with Maddox Jones. It's going to be one-on-one, no questions asked. But that's going to be our main event. It's been a great show so far, our preliminary show, our VIP show, and we still got the
great
main
for who
show.
Exactly?
Well, it was great for Reed. I would think that you'd be happy about the fact that Reed was.
Oh, let's not
victorious.
mention the fact that some guy decided to take a cheap shot at me, right? Let's forget all about that. For those of you that have short-term memory problems, let's not forget about that little cheap shot.
Right, well,
he'll have one coming to him.
Then let's go on now to the main event of the VIP section because it's about to be resolved.
Oh yes, Miggity mic check. That's Miggity mic check there, Tuck. Get it right, man.
And as I said, Maddox Jones banned from ringside.
Maddox Jones is in the ring.
Big Stevie Caballero banned from ringside.
What were you sipping on earlier?
Not the haterade that Maddox Jones is bringing into the ring with him. But, yeah, Big Stevie Caballero not allowed out here per order of our Director of Operations, Stryker. This will be one-on-one. Finally, no issues, no outside interference, no shenanigans from Big Stevie. As here comes Maddox's opponent, who looks to resolve this long-standing issue. There he is.
Making his way to the ring now is his opponent. He hails from Madison, Alberta, Canada. In your anti-hero, the Canadian Red Devil.
Is it just me, or is it weird that somebody from Canada supports Thunder?
You know, the Canadian Red Devil is a big OKC Thunder fan. I don't know. You know, some people, you don't have to live in the area to support, you know, people. Most Dallas Cowboy fans don't live in Dallas. So.
I disagree with that. Most of the Dallas Cowboy fans are proud Texas representatives that were transplanted in Oklahoma.
Well, the Canadian Red Devil, a proud Oklahoma City Thunder fan, transplanted from Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. Also a WFC original, the winner of the very first Rumble for a Cause Battle Royal. And a man who has a big issue to prove here. It was 2 months ago in a 6-man tag team match that Maddox Jones did pin the Canadian Red Devil, although he did very little work in that match.
Oh, why do you always got to say that?
He stood on the outside, let his tag partners do all the actual in-ring effort. And
it was a tag team contest.
Well, that's great. Then the key word there is team. He should play as part of the team.
And he did. He picked up the win for his team.
Without doing much to earn it.
He did his part. I don't get why you're so hung up on the fact that he wasn't in the ring for longer than a couple minutes.
That's the whole issue between the two of them.
Who cares? He got the win, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Okay, well then, I look forward to the point that if and when CRD wins this match, he gets the win, and that's all that matters. As it looks like he's about to go for the sharpshooter right here. CRD going to try to twist and make this match really, really quick. If he can get those legs locked over and get Maddox Jones turned over on his stomach, as Jones quickly grabbing the bottom rope, struggling every second of the way there to break his way out. And Jones, the shocked look on his face as he knows he came extremely close to losing this match right out of the chute.
He hasn't lost anything. He's regrouping.
Oh, he lost the match to Muy Macho.
Why do you have to talk about stuff that's irrelevant?
Because it was the end of an undefeated streak since his return to WFC.
That's great. What does that have to do with
Jones
CRD?
now, once again, being yanked out by CRD.
Yeah, I love how you changed the subject there.
I'm focusing on the match. That's my job.
Well, that's what you were bringing up old stuff. I mean, if you're focusing on the match, stop talking about irrelevant things.
CRD now taking Jones around and putting him back. Oh, positioning him once again. I think maybe going to do a little damage to the thigh.
That would be the calf.
The calf. Well, it could be both.
No, it cannot. They're two separate things. That's why it's called a thigh and a calf.
He could be damaging both.
He can't be damaging both because they're in two separate areas.
How is he
How do you not know this stuff?
How could he not be hitting both areas with this one move?
Okay,
Look at this. He's pulled him even further out. So first he hits the calf.
So this
time pulled him further out. This time he hits. See, he hits.
Yeah,
the thigh.
you can't hit both of them simultaneously, Barnum, as you were alluding to.
I'll ask Dexter to check that out with you.
Why do you want to bring him back up again? I thought you wanted me to forget about that for the evening. So now you want to ruffle my feathers again?
Right now it looks like the feathers going to be ruffled here with Maddox Jones. About to sit that sharpshooter in, and Jones, desperation.
Yeah, there you go.
Digging the thumbs in the eye of the Canadian Red Devil.
Oh, I thought he was pulling out one of those teeth that are in there. You see them? They're right there.
They're sticking right out. You can't miss them.
Exactly.
Just like the hair.
That's an unfair advantage, don't you think?
Apparently it's legal. Referee Chance Snodgrass, in all the years that I've seen CRD wrestle, has never challenged that.
Okay, you really need to give that up.
Maddox Jones kicking CRD away with the one good leg that he has now, but clearly favoring the other one. Damage has been done.
I don't know why he was attempting a sharpshooter for the third time. It obviously isn't working.
Jones now, as CRD drags him over the. Whoop, what happened there?
I think Maddox actually caught him with a slight punch on the side of the head.
Maybe so.
It definitely is dazed.
Well, whatever he did, he connected well, and CRD now clutching the top of his head. Jones very, very thrilled with himself as he goes in for the pin and comes very close to getting the 3 count.
This has been a long-standing issue for the last 3 months now. Maddox Jones definitely out to prove to CRD that he is a winner. He can do this on his own, like he proved last month, too, when he beat CRD, and CRD couldn't handle it, so he went crying to the WFC commissioner.
He did not go crying.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't go crying anywhere. He stated from the ring, I want a rematch with this guy. Stryker came out and said, fine, you'll get it, but because Big Stevie Caballero interfered in this previous match, I'm banning Stevie from the ring side so we can have it resolved one-on-one.
I don't get what Stryker's problem with Maddox Jones is. I mean, it seemingly is like punishing him as if it's his father and son thing. I don't understand why he needs to put Maddox Jones in these predicaments.
Well, I think Maddox Jones is his own worst enemy in a lot of these situations because he lets his mouth override his posterior. And CRD driving the shoulder into the midsection here of Maddox Jones, but sidestep there.
Oh.
CRD all the way through, rams his shoulder into the steel ring post.
Met it right on.
Yeah.
Like I was going to say head first, but shoulder first does it.
But it's not going to be beneficial to CRD in this match because you don't win confrontations like that.
Oh, you think?
And CRD now at the behest of Maddox Jones. Jones with control of the arm, going to take it down, and more damage to the shoulder area. This may just be a matter of time now as Maddox Jones focusing on a very injured shoulder area for CRD. Two big moves in that respect. And again, here comes a cover. 1, 2, and 2.5 again.
Well, you know what? It's smart strategy by Maddox Jones to work on that shoulder because think about it. If you can't lift the shoulder up, you can't kick out.
You can see CRD telling the referee, hey, my shoulder.
And look at that, going right into an armbar.
Jones with no mercy whatsoever. Jones locking in the cross arm breaker.
Oh, but look at that. Look at CRD. He was trying to grasp his fingers so that he could prevent the pressure, but Maddox Jones doing the smart thing, and now he's got it underhooked with his left arm, preventing any of that from taking place.
And all of this, notice the referee as well checking for the possible pinfall, because if CRD drops that shoulder about 2 inches, he's in a pinning predicament. It would count against him.
Yes, it would.
This is a double jeopardy situation here for CRD.
All right. Looks like it's there. Count. Ref, it's down. Why isn't the referee counting? It's down.
The ref is checking, and he's underneath. It's not actually down on the far shoulder. We can't see it.
Stryker must have given this official some pre-backstage talk saying, hey, this is what I want you to do. Make sure that Maddox Jones doesn't have this advantage, even when he has the clear-cut advantage. I'm starting to believe Villain Rockwell more so each day, that there's some kind of conspiracy on the part of Stryker.
Sometimes I wonder if Tim Rockwell could actually spell conspiracy. Nonetheless, Maddox Jones.
This is coming from the guy.
Jones throwing the elbow pad.
This coming from the guy who didn't know basic anatomy and thought you could hurt the calf and thigh at the same time.
I still maintain the proper circumstances you can. Maddox Jones from behind.
Man, he threw that forearm with such ferocity that it sent CRD into the ropes and then out to the ring.
And Jones now demanding the Chance Snodgrass count CRD out. Well, CRD barely moving on the outside here.
Let's make it well known, ladies and gentlemen, there is a 10 count administered here in WFC, and still, if CRD cannot get back in the ring before 10, it is considered a loss for him and a win for Maddox Jones. And that's what this is all about, right? Who can win and who can lose?
That's what you said. And CRD went back inside. Just barely in time. Maddox Jones flabbergasted, knowing this match will continue. And perhaps Jones waited a little too long to try to pursue the advantage as CRD now shots to the midsection and a jawbreaker, rattling Maddox Jones. CRD with the inverted atomic drop. Jones swings underneath there, but CRD now with the normal atomic drop.
This is no good for Jones.
It's not going to be a good night for Maddox Jones. And look, maybe CRD going to try to go overhead here.
Not again. Not again.
Oh, no, he's going to pick him up one more time. No. Jones blocked that. Couple of shots to the back of the neck, and Jones.
Now he's got CRD.
I thought he might have been going back to work on the shoulder. Instead, whips CRD into the corner post, dives in, shoulder block. Both of these men beginning to reach high levels of fatigue as this match has gone on quite a while. Jones going to the upstairs area. This is not a normal area for him to go into.
No, it is not. But you know what? Desperate times, desperate measures.
Well, we'll see if this pays off for him. He's taking quite a bit of time getting up to that top rope.
That's because of all these haters that are just bad-mouthing and verbally.
He needs to ignore the haters if he's going to pull off whatever he thinks he's going to pull off here, because CRD back up to his feet. Well, 8 foot, now back up to his feet. And Jones turns around only to be intercepted by CRD.
Oh, this doesn't look good.
It looks like about to have a rocket launch.
No, please. No, not Jones. Not Jones now. This is wiggity wag.
Jones up and down like the stock market, and CRD now preparing to take one more opportunity here. Can he lock the sharpshooter in as he twists it over? He's just got to turn Jones over here.
If he can get him over, this is bad for Jones. Jones, you need to get conscious.
But he's got it. He's got it setting down on it. And Jones in the middle of the ring.
Oh, look at that. Look at the tenacity.
Jones
look at him fighting for it.
He is so close to the rope.
He's right there. No.
Nope, CRD dragging him back.
Don't quit, Jones.
Look at CRD lean back on this. And Maddox Jones submits. CRD wins.
Your winner via submission, the Canadian Red Devil.
And CRD with the good hand raised there by Chance Snodgrass. Canadian Red Devil finally has proven I can beat Maddox Jones if given a one-on-one opportunity. That's what he got. And after all, it's all about the wins and losses, Travis. And there's your winner right there, the Canadian Red Devil.
Yeah, you can't really take that away from him. He did indeed pull it out. But give it up for Maddox Jones. He fought as hard as he could. And when push came to shove, he was willing to shove back. CRD was just a little bit better today.
CRD, the veteran performer, and a great win here tonight as we close out the VIP portion here of our pre-show, of our VIP show and 7th anniversary for WFC. But fans, we still have the main show coming up in about 40 minutes, including the tag team championships on the line in a gauntlet match. The Villains having no particular advantage in this situation. They may start, they may come in the middle, they may come in the last, but the tag titles are on the line here.
And there's going to be multiple teams in that matchup, too.
We don't know how many either.
No, it's been left as a mystery to you and I. We have no idea exactly how many. This could really be in jeopardy for the tag title reign of the Villains, meaning for Villain Cruz and Villain Crane here tonight.
We've also got several other feature matches coming up. Obviously, we're going to see, finally, we were supposed to see last month, Golden Boy Greg Anthony versus Colt Killbane. It will happen tonight, and I'm sure that Greg Anthony wants some serious revenge against Colt as well as Coach Doggins.
Oh, Coach Doggins is an inspirational leader of our time, one for the ages, and tonight we'll find out who the true Golden Boy of WFC really is. And don't forget, Last Man Standing is also tonight for the Ryder Herring 2018 Memorial Cup. Double D taking on JD, a rematch from what was the finals of our tournament earlier this year.
It's going to be a tremendous showing here. For also, you heard it announced last month, if you were here live, Aaron Anders, Barrett Brown, this match will tear the house down.
I can't wait.
Both of these two men, absolutely outstanding in the ring. I can't wait to see this either. I'm going to be a fan sitting here at ringside getting to announce this.
We're going to have the best seats in the house.
And in a tables match for the Hometown Heroes Championship, the champion Alex Royal, the challenger Tommy Dean. Can Tommy finally fulfill what he wants to do? Can he grasp a hold of his first championship here in WFC?
The rookie is going to learn the hard way that you can't beat the villain and you can't beat a veteran in this championship tables match here tonight.
And then, of course, our main event, the simple question, can Paul beat Tim? Paul says yes. Tim says it's never going to happen. We'll find out in the ring tonight. WFC Championship on the line. Tim Rockwell defending against Paul Puertorico.
Huge main event, huge night in general. This is going to be an awesome experience. If you haven't gotten here just yet, you still got plenty of time. Bell time at 5 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 7th anniversary of WFC. You don't want to miss it. Last man standing, tables matches, championships galore. It's going to be one for the ages.
This is what we do WFC for. It's all about this action. It's all about the kids fighting childhood cancer. We're thrilled to do this for 7 years, and we hope to bring the best action to you tonight right here at Claremore at WFC.
First team out is going to be the former tag team champions, your favorite team, I'd have to say.
A team I definitely enjoy, a team I think has deserved to get these championships back, and tonight may well be the opportunity for them to do so, but they really kind of drew the short straw. They're out here first.
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
Well, the BFFs out first, but immediately attacked by the Sideshow, by members of the Sideshow. Again, before the bell rings, like we need their music to indicate that they're here. They're clearly right here, folks. Matt Durden on the ring apron, Samedi and Draven
and
on the outside.
Who's the actual team for this?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I assume I guess we'll figure out if this match actually happens. But all of this, again, the referee has not called for the bell.
No, this is still this is not an official part of the match. This is all before the bell is even rang.
Durden with his cane, Cross Draven and Samedi with Nintendo sticks, and it looks like the BFFs are not going to make it out of the opening shoot here. That they may be eliminated before they even have an opportunity to participate in the match. Right between the eyes.
That's like the third shot that Draven delivered to Gallows' forehead.
And now Sam Stackhouse left all alone. Members of the Sideshow surrounding him.
So this makes me wonder, though, was the Sideshow team number 2?
Well, they did play the music, so I guess maybe officially. I guess we'll figure it out if and when Chance Snodgrass ever has the opportunity to call for a bell. Right now, he's desperately trying to restore order.
Yeah, look at Samedi and
Durden just wreaking havoc all over Sam.
Jeez Louise! Samedi finally just teeing off. One good shot I think he knocked him out.
Yeah, we may have seen the elimination of the BFFs right here for any and all purposes, but will the Sideshow be allowed to?
Wait.
Are they leaving? Yes. What?
What happened?
What's going on?
Oh wow.
Well, okay. Well,
wait a minute.
London Calling on their way out. And London Calling with a quick victory.
So let me get this straight. Zametti and Matt Durden were the representatives of the sideshow. Referee Chance Snodgrass disqualified them, so that automatically put the BFFs through, and now the team of Sweet Tea, TEA, decided that they were going to go ahead and take advantage. I mean, I can't really fault them for it.
They certainly did take advantage. A quick victory over Sam Stackhouse, and now London Calling standing tall. Now, I don't know if you saw this on Facebook earlier this week, but there was some sort of indication that London Calling is bringing a special guest here tonight, and I think we all know who once was associated with London Calling.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Is it tea time? Oh, wow!
Oh, look at Skylar!
It's Skylar Slice! Skylar Slice is back in WFC, and it appears it's going to be What?
Oh, wait a minute again!
Why is the sideshow still here? They did the damage.
Well, this has been a personal war between the BFFs and the sideshow.
And they are just obliterating Stackhouse with those kendo sticks. Gallo's still down at ringside here, unable to recover. Meanwhile, London Calling just, well, they're going to have their tea time. They're happy little
Pinkies
moments.
up.
Yeah. And, well, yeah, a big celebration here for London Calling, who are now currently in the standings as the lead team in this match. But at some point here, we got to get another team out. I mean, I know there's more teams than this here in WFC, and Stryker said every team on the roster will be competing in this match.
I don't know who's up. I am good. Thank you.
Oh,
Good
whoa.
Lord.
Watch out,
Hey, watch it.
Here come the Machos.
These Machos are idiots.
Macho y muy macho out next as
we got very important equipment here, and they almost wanted to come and knock it over, stupid Machos.
All right, we got Macho and Muy Macho, and I always have trouble telling for sure which, but I think it's Muy Macho in the ring, along with both members of London Calling. They're calling up Skylar Slice up on the ring apron as Dutch Hagen trying to position Muy Macho up on his shoulders, didn't get that done. Whatever idea they had, well, now the power of Dutch Hagen clearly in position.
Oh, look at this.
He moves
They're
around.
setting up for it. Boom!
Richie Adams off the second rope with the elbow smash. Adams hooks the leg, and they advance as well.
Well, London Calling is on a roll.
Oh, wow.
Oh, great.
We got Space Age Heroes here, Gemini and Aeronaut. And we know a long-standing issue between Space Age and London Calling.
Well, there's a reason why
they're the ones who caused Richard Pierce not to be here.
You stole the words right out of my mouth, Burnham. What are you trying to do, steal the spotlight here on Facebook?
I'm just trying to call the action and fill in the viewers.
And interrupt me in the process,
first time.
Right? Interrupt me while we're talking. I totally get you.
Adams hooking. That is Aeronaut taking Aeronaut over. And again, keeping him in his half of the ring. Referee down with a 2 count, but only good enough for 2. These matches, these gauntlet matches, the goal of these wrestlers so quick. They don't want to prolong these particular individual matches. They know that they've got an unknown quantity of wrestlers to get through. We still are not certain how many teams are in this whole situation.
More importantly, we don't even know when the defending champions will be out. They could come out next. They could come out, I don't know, at any point in time.
Yeah, however many we got in here. Another pinfall, a very lackadaisical pinfall there by Sir Richie Adams, Esquire. As Adams moves over, tags in the king of VIP, or at least that's what he once was, Dutch Hagen, handsome
still
Dutch Hagen,
is.
the Luxembourg
He still
beast.
is.
Well, he may be, but he's not in the VIP section right now. He's on the main event. And Hagen dragging Aeronaut over again with a pinfall. Good enough for 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us right here on Facebook Live. If you couldn't have joined us here in Claremore, you're going to miss out on a show. You can watch us, though, the entire show streaming live on Facebook Live. Share it with your friends and enjoy WFC 7.
And look at Aeronaut make the tag. Here comes Gemini Blue. Gemini Blue looking to go up and over. Down with the Zodiac Killer.
Oh, well, don't say that.
That's what he calls that.
Well, guess you know what? Who else is a Zodiac
Here
Killer?
he goes. Over, down goes Richie Adams. Both members of London Calling down, but Adams rolls to the outside. Aeronaut off the top rope, down on Hagen, and Space Age advances.
London Calling has been eliminated.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this a new team or something? I don't recognize this music.
No, we got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jake and Dale Wildwind in. We saw them a couple of months ago.
Oh, and
the
look at this.
Wildwinds quickly taking over on the Space Age Heroes.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Jake is the one on our screen right now, the one to the left, and Dale's the one on the right.
That, I believe, is correct as well. And the Space Age Heroes want to just keep the action on to both of them.
Double drop kick, tandem style, still. Dale staying on his feet there.
Dale staggered but not catapulted out of the ring as the Space Age Heroes make their way up to the second rope. Good tandem maneuvers here.
And again, tandem drop kick.
Double drop kick from the second rope. Down with the pinfall attempt and hook the leg, but not enough to put down one half of the Wildwinds. As Aeronaut now mounting up to the top corner, dives off, but is caught by Dale Wildwind.
I'll follow away slam!
Oh, man!
Did you see how far he launched him?
Yes, the power there displayed. Now here comes Jake Wildwind.
And now Jake going right to work on Aeronaut. Very smart maneuver, and he almost, with that fall-away slam there, he almost threw Aeronaut into that fictional planet, Puerto Rico.
And it's not a fictional planet.
It is a fictional planet.
It is a real place.
It is not a real place.
On the video, we've seen many people there.
Pluto is a real planet. Planet Puerto Rico is a figment of Paul Puerto Rico's imagination.
Well, what's not a figment of anyone's imagination right now is that sunset flip by Aeronaut.
Oh, look at Jake, though.
Wildwind back up and stomp right to the sternum.
Almost an animalistic instinct there between Jake Tagan and Dale now.
Comes Dale Wildwind in, the power now back on his team. Kick to the side of the head.
These two boys, they were impressive. I believe the first time we saw them was during the Rumble for a Cause back in the summer, and they were impressive then. And look at this, they're showing great teamwork, taking down two veterans of WFC, a well-oiled team, if you will, of Aeronaut and Gemini. Oh, look at the strength here. Look at him just hoist it up.
And dropping Aeronaut straight down there. Snodgrass in, but again for the cover, but only two, and the Wildwinds protesting the fact. But no, it was the Wildwinds who faced London Calling 2 months ago, August 11th, right here in Claremore, making their WFC debut then.
Oh, look at that, dazed and confused.
Yeah.
It's okay, man.
And Dale Wildwind will be able to make his way all across the ring to the tag. Both men making the tag. Here comes Gemini Blue.
And Gemini Blue like a house of fire. Drop kick sending Jake down.
Gemini going to go once again. Zodiac Killer time. Up and over and down. Connecting beautifully. Hooks the leg and is able to get the pin.
Boys have been eliminated.
Oh, here we go. Look at this.
Well, this puts Space Age in a great position because here come the tag team champions.
Oh, no. No hesitation. No hesitation at all. Tuck Davia couldn't even finish his introduction of Stephen Cruz and Wesley Crane representing the villains as Crane just throws Aeronaut into the turnbuckle. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your defending WFC Tag Team Champions who were a team that, by all fairness, many people were not behind this team in the sense that they didn't think they could come together in such the short amount of time that they were. Wesley Crane, of course, former tag team partner of Skylar Faden, the Glitch.
Oh, look at that.
Great
the innovation
maneuver
of Wesley Crane. And Cruz now down with the pin, and it's so close to getting the pinfall. You're right. This team, many people called it makeshift at the time, but it simply proved that any combination of the villains works very well together because while they may have taken them a month or two, as champions, they gelled. They have been champions, I believe, for about 6 months worth of time now. And if they're able to walk away with a victory here, because I did get word in my headset, they drew the last number. They are the final entrant here. They got lucky And if the villains are able to upset the Space Age Heroes, they can walk away here with the tag team championships and prove that they still belong at the top of the tag team rankings.
Well, that is very much what the villains are looking to do. As you can see, they're both wearing their representative shirts. You can see the hero shirt on Gemini there, looking to play spoiler to Steven Cruz's villain shirt there. Steven Cruz and Crane have shown that they are definitely worthy villain members and worthy tag team champions nonetheless.
Cruz on the receiving end of a couple of forearms there, but reverses the Irish whip as Gemini Blue now using the ropes to his advantage to take Cruz over, catapult him into his own home corner. And now the tag into Aeronaut as Cruz is a bit bewildered as to exactly what's going on, but what's about to go on here is some dual attack.
High-low.
That's right, and down goes Cruz. Is it good enough? Not quite yet.
That's not going to be enough to keep the cruiserweight down.
Cruiserweight.
What do you mean?
I know he calls himself that. I know it's a name.
Oh, and look at that, Aeronaut.
Yeah.
He just hit Gemini Blue, his own partner.
Wesley Crane catapulting Aeronaut into Gemini, but Aeronaut recovers, drops Wesley on his face. Is this enough? Do we have a pin? No.
And over here on the outside, Steven Cruz is just putting the boot to the side of the head of Gemini.
Some of our fans there on the front row getting an up-close and personal experience. That's exactly what we like to deliver to the WFC
Oh,
fans.
look at this. Oh!
Well,
but look at Crane.
Intergalactic level of pain.
Look at Crane here.
And, well, look at Aeronaut fighting. Aeronaut going to try to.
No,
he's
Crane.
in a worse position.
Gift of the gods.
Down, straight down. And the villains retain.
The gift of the gods hit, and that was the end of Space Age. So that's it, right?
That should. Well,
wait, what is this moron doing out here?
Hey.
Yeah, you still got one coming. Go ahead.
You got it.
Bet Joey Ryan had that somewhere earlier.
Wow, that's impressive. I really thought Space Age was going to win.
Why is he talking?
Hey, you do me a favor, referee, take the belts away from the match and over with yet.
But that's all.
Wait.
That's all.
What do you mean this? What do you mean the match isn't over?
For the last week, I told everyone I know something Tim Rockwell doesn't know. And guess what? Tonight, we have a big surprise for everyone. Do you want to see the next tag team in this match?
There's one more?
What are you talking about, Dexter? More?
I said, do you want to see the final tag team now? Ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on here? What do we got? Oh my God! It's RIKER! It's Bishop Nasty! They're back! They're back at WFC! RIKER on the left! Bishop Nasty on the right, at least in my perspective. Sorry, from your perspective it's the opposite, but I'm overwhelmed. This is huge. We have not seen
We've not seen Nasty or RIKER since the villains took them out months ago.
Yes, back at the beginning of the year. Bishop Nasty and the Wizard of the Sea, RIKER. They're a team now, and they're going to take out villain security. First of all,
I'm in shock. Can you believe this?
You're in shock. Let's get the camera on. Well, I was going to suggest getting it on Wesley Crane's face, but not now. The villains are in shock as RIKER and Nasty proceed to clear the ring.
What a return!
It's been almost 10 months since we've seen either of these individuals. RIKER recovering from a severe back injury. Nasty, of course, taken out by the villains. Shoulder injury. But they don't look like they look like they are 100% prepared to come in here and to beat the villains.
Well, this was absolutely unexpected. And it's no surprise to me that Dexter Hardaway is trying to throw his little weight around, adding another team to the match after it was concluded.
Well, Wesley Crane shrugs his shoulders, says, fine, let's get at this. And
oh, Lord Almighty!
Crane disposed of. And now let's see if the cruiserweight, as he calls himself, can match up here.
We need, that is what he calls.
Oh my God! You gotta put a little soul on that. You're gonna need some Jesus in the morning, Stephen Cruz.
Oh, that's very funny.
Because Bishop Nasty has a big sermon for you. Coming right at you here, look out from behind. Nasty with a big punt kick. Straight to the spine of Stephen Cruz.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Oh, look out, here comes.
Oh, look at that, he's got him by the beard.
You don't touch another man's beard, sir.
No! Oh, Lord Almighty! Praise God, hallelujah!
But Cruz able to take advantage of that momentary distraction and puts Nasty down. Now Cruz cinching in the head. It's really just much like a sleeper right there. But Nasty quick to try to get the vertical base underneath him and try to break this up. Cruz with a knee in the midsection forces Nasty back into his own corner.
Well, if you recall, if you want to just go back and tell a little bit of history between these two teams, RIKER is a former Hometown Heroes champion. As a matter of fact, he was the defending Hometown Heroes champion when it was taken by who?
Mr. Nasty.
And you know who else took that Hometown Heroes championship away from RIKER? Alex Royal. And he is a member of what team?
That would be the Villains.
Exactly.
He has a team. He has a match later on. I don't think we're going to see I hope we're not going to see Alex Royal come out and interfere in this.
The point is that the Villains have created a lot of problems for both RIKER and the new resurrected Bishop Nasty.
It's funny you mentioned that because what does Dexter Hardaway call himself now? The problem solver.
He's not no problem solver.
There's the tag from Bishop Nasty. Here comes the Wizard of the Sea, RIKER. And RIKER.
Yeah, RIKER.
A huge. Oh, look at that agility there on the part of both men. Boom! Oh,
good Lord!
Could somebody get Wesley Crane's head out of the fourth row?
As a big man, ladies and gentlemen, a big man and a very huge, impactful result.
And RIKER not concerned at all about having to take on both Villains right now as he picks up Cruz, drops him straight on his back.
Spine buster from RIKER. Doesn't look like he's missed a beat, has it?
Oh, look out.
Oh, wait a minute.
A very important question may be about to be asked. And there it is.
We haven't heard it for a while.
But we're
good Lord.
We find
look at this.
Frog splash from the top. RIKER down for the pin. And we have new tag team champions.
Your winners, and
WFC Tag Team Champion, RIKER and Mr. Nasty.
Well, that ain't Mr. Nasty. No, that is the newly rechristened, resurrected, if you will, Bishop Nasty.
Bishop Nasty and RIKER stand triumphant
as a surprise team in the Gauntlet match.
Well, Stryker said every team on the roster, and apparently RIKER and Nasty both cleared to return to active duty sometime before tonight. I'm shocked. I know you're shocked. Everybody here, all the WFC faithful shocked, and especially the Villains shocked because their dominance of the tag team rankings here in WFC is now over and done with.
Which makes me wonder, this was just the beginning of the night, right?
This is the first match on the main show.
Yes, the Villains have all the championships, all titles are on the line. We've seen now the Villains have lost control of the tag team titles. Is this an omen for what's to come?
That is an excellent question, and I'm sure the WFC faithful here hope it truly is. For the momentary opportunity here, we're going to focus right on the tag team championship. But you're right, coming up later on tonight, Alex Royal has to put the Hometown Heroes title on the line.
Not just that.
In a tables match.
Yes, yes indeed. That is going to be a match where we've seen Tommy Dean, who I know you've been backing, as showing that he has been putting in the work and the effort to earn this Hometown Heroes title match. But you know what? he picked on the wrong villain as he's dealing with the showcase, the HTH champion, Alex Royal himself. This is not going to be for the faint of heart. A hardcore tables match, so that's still to come later tonight.
That's right. This could well be the proving ground, hopefully, for Tommy Dean to finally secure his first championship gold here in WFC. That's his. We also, of course, have that big main event. Paul Puertorico, Tim Rockwell for the WFC Championship. It's been the social media war of the year, if nothing else.
It's not even been a war. It's been a travesty on the part of Paul Puertorico, who can't seem to even come close to matching Rockwell's amazing meat.
Well, that's what you say. I think that a lot of the WFC faithful feel otherwise, but we're going to find out tonight, beyond a shadow of a doubt, who it is, who can beat who. Can Paul beat Tim or not? That's going to be resolved in our main event tonight, but we open with new tag team champions. Coming up next, though, we have a massive feature match, Russian chain match.
Yes.
Dimitri Alexandrov and Meklakov. It was 2 months ago. Meklakov not only beating down Dimitri Alexandrov, rendering unconscious,
he humiliated the man.
Yes, taking scissors out and cutting some of Dimitri Alexandrov's hair. Tonight, both men have agreed we're going to latch them together at the wrists with a Russian chain. We're going to let them beat each other down. There's going to be a winner, no doubt. We're going to be a survivor in this situation. And one way or the other, one Russian's going to be out victorious. The other one may well have to be carried out of here on a stretcher.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest will be a Russian chain match. The rules are...
Well, we'll get to the rules in just a moment, because here comes Meklakov.
Making his way to the ring first. He hails from Belgrade, Russia. He is the Russian wrecking ball, Meklakov.
This man is a very dangerous individual, as he proved when he took on Dimitri Alexandrov, like you said, 2 months ago. Dimitri, who's usually a fun-loving guy, claims to come out and fight bears like he's some Khabib Nurmagomedov ripoff. But I'm telling you right now, he met his match with Meklakov 2 months ago, and if the taking of the hair was just a sample of what's to come, I'm afraid of what can happen in this Russian chain match.
I'll be honest, there have been very few people that I've seen make such an immediate impact as Meklakov. It was his WFC debut, and he understood he was here to make a statement, and he clearly made that statement by coming in, by doing what he did to Dimitri Alexandrov. But we'll find out now, one-on-one, face-to-face, if he can do it again, this time with the Russian chain involved. Here comes the man himself, the fighter of bears everywhere.
And making his way to the ring now. He hails from St. Petersburg, Russia. He is the St. Petersburg, the Russian renegade, and the quality of bears everywhere. He is Dimitri Alexandrov.
Dimitri Alexandrov, he is going to be facing somewhat of a big bear tonight, taking on Meklakov again. This time, Russian chain rules. Are you kidding me?
No, it is no joke whatsoever. You see Alexandrov there with the Russian chain held high there. You can see the neck piece that on the free end there, I believe that, well, no, Alexandrov has not actually put it around his. I thought maybe he already had his positioned around his neck.
No, he threw it to Meklakov and said, here.
And I don't know if they're gonna chain themselves together at the neck or at the arm. I've seen Russian chain matches handled in both ways. It looks like Meklakov is going to choose the arm to be put together here. So as you see, we see Meklakov strapping the Russian chain on, and no expression change from Meklakov. Absolutely 100% serious.
No hesitation either. Look at that.
No fear. No fear from the man whatsoever.
Didn't even
gladly
move.
Steps in and puts this on.
Contests are as follows. Both combatants will be chained together by a steel chain at the wrist. The only way to win is to touch each corner in succession uninterrupted.
That is the traditional rules. Some people have followed this match through its different variations. It's called a Russian chain match here tonight. Some people are familiar with an old school Texas bull rope match. This is definitely going to be one that you are going to want to sit tight for. This is going to be hard hitting, no doubt about it. I don't know what to think at this point.
Look at Meklakov wrapping the chain around his neck.
Oh, he's offering himself to Dimitri. This is, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't understand the significance behind this, this is a lack of respect.
Alexandrov with 2 corners touched. There's 3, but of course Meklakov in position there to block the 4th one, and Alexandrov knocking Meklakov down.
So correct me if I'm wrong then. According to the rules, all 4 of the top turnbuckles have to be touched, right?
That's correct.
They do not have to be touched in succession.
No, you don't have to go around the ring. You just have to touch all 4. Generally, the easiest way most people find is to do it in succession, but the rules to this day, you just have to touch all 4 without interruption.
All right.
That means not being pulled off of your feet or not having somebody else interfere in some way to keep that 4th one. And you see Alexandrov on a couple of occasions has gone to that 4th one, but Alexandrov stopping short and wanting to dish out punishment.
Well, because this is personal now.
Yes, it is. It was made personal when Meklakov went, and then now Alexandrov again. Oh, this time Meklakov up and says, now we're going to fight. Now I'm ready to stand up. I gave you the opportunity and you didn't take it.
Yeah, I don't know if that was smart.
Look at the strength here of Meklakov reeling Alexandrov
Oh,
in.
man. Just a club for a forearm there.
And this counts as an interruption, so now Alexandrov's going to have to start all over again with corners 1, 2, 3, and 4 if he gets the opportunity. But Meklakov just putting that chain across the throat. And again, there are no disqualifications, no countouts in this match. Anything you do with the chain, 100% legal.
No pinfalls, no submissions. No. It is legitimately, you touch the top of the turnbuckles. All 4 of them need to be touched in order to win the match. And again, just to clearly state, they do not need to be in succession. And if your opponent stops you at any point or time, it is considered an interruption.
Look out, belly-to-belly suplex by Meklakov, dropping Alexandrov in the middle of the ring.
And the hard right hand there now.
And the bare right hand, but now he's wrapping up the chain. I thought maybe he was going to wrap that around the wrist and unload even more punishment.
No, instead he's going to wrap it around the leg.
This is a very smart move. If he can injure Alexandrov's ankle or knee, then it's going to be that much more impossible for Alexandrov to make his way around the ring.
That is exactly the smart idea that we know. Even though we have said that Meklakov clearly is a powerhouse, I don't know if any of us have yet to even discover what type of cerebral intelligence Meklakov possesses.
This is a very measured attack on the part of Meklakov. This is not necessarily the full force brutality that we saw some of in the last encounter between these two. But what has not changed for Meklakov is his unwavering attention to Alexandrov. He shows no emotion. He doesn't appear to be in any way flustered. Even at the beginning, he believes himself to be fully in control of this match. And right now, there's no arguing with that. He is 100% in control of what is going on here with Dimitri Alexandrov.
100%. And look at that. The chain wrapped around the throat right now of Dimitri. Dimitri now is just trying to fight to make sure he can get air back into his lungs.
Now, well-placed elbow shots there by Alexandrov.
Oh, wow. Did you see that?
Yeah, before he could get any momentum built up, Meklakov yanked the chain and pulled down Alexandrov. That's the dangers of this Russian chain match. That thing is a weapon, but it's also utilized to keep you from getting any type of run-up and build-up to get yourself some motion in the ring.
And now,
now look at Alexandrov. Alexandrov's going to pull Meklakov off his feet, wrap him up in the chain, drop him off of his vertical base. And now Alexandrov's going to maybe try to hog tie.
Oh, it's almost like a crossface.
It is a crossface with the chain in the, well, not quite in the mouth yet.
But remember, ladies and gentlemen, this means nothing. There are no submissions. So even if Meklakov taps, it doesn't do anything for Dimitri.
The one thing it can do is it can help wear down physically Meklakov. There's one corner touched. Alexandrov now dragging over to the second. He's got the second one touched.
Oh, but look at that. Look at this. Look at that.
Alexandrov trying to get to the third one. If Meklakov can get him off his feet, he can interrupt this one from happening.
He's right there. Dimitri just needs to stretch just a little further, but Meklakov too strong for Dimitri to touch that third buckle.
And there we go. There's the interruption. So now 2 up, 2 down, and we got to start over again for Alexandrov if he gets the opportunity. Meklakov now with just a break of the boot across the side of the face, and now positioning the chain, I think, across the face.
Oh my Lord. Oh. He literally, like you said, placed the chain across the forehead of Dimitri, put his foot in between the face and his foot and literally scraped the chain along with his foot across the forehead.
And the WFC faithful showing their support here for Dimitri Alexandrov. He's going to need more, I think, than their support in order to get himself back in this match. That was just a straight headbutt. And Alexandrov, I think the faraway, slightly distant look in his eyes there can be 100% credited to that particular headbutt. But Alexandrov still able to keep Meklakov from taking control. Alexandrov in a corner. There's one.
You know, what's interesting about this is Dimitri has been the only one who's actually gone for the top turnbuckle.
That's true.
Meklakov has not one time tried to go for that. You think this is more about punishment for Meklakov than anything else?
I think Meklakov understood that before he humiliated Alexandrov, and I think perhaps he coming in here.
Oh,
with
man.
The same goal. That's 3, but I think.
I don't know. No, it is not.
Referee Dexter waves that off. He says it doesn't count. So again, back to square one.
Now Meklakov clearly back into control. You know, something I have to give Dimitri some credit for, I think we may have touched on this earlier at the beginning of the match. Dimitri, known for being a fun-loving guy, he has definitely taken a much more serious approach since Meklakov, I guess, sheared part of his hair 2 months ago.
Meklakov now going to try to throw. Oh, he's going to throw Alexandrov up and over. Alexandrov, though, doing that
oh, wait a minute.
And now going to hang Meklakov on the outside.
Oh, man.
Again, fans, this is 100% legal in this type of match, and this is the level of brutality and intensity that these two men are feeling towards each other after their initial confrontation 2 months ago.
This is what you get with a Russian chain match, the brutality that can come from just that chain. And I think he may have choked him out.
Meklakov may be out here as Alexandrov.
Oh, but you know what? This is going to work against Dimitri because he has to drag Meklakov now.
And he reached there. He's trying to go for it, but he may have created a problem for himself that he can't solve unless he can get Meklakov back in the ring.
Well,
no, he's going to go the other way.
All right, but let's clarify something here, ladies and gentlemen. Just because he lost the chain around his wrist, he is not disqualified. That's the only disqualification with these type of matches. The chain fell off. He did not physically remove it from his wrist.
But bringing Meklakov back into the match allows Meklakov to take control back as he wraps that chain around his fist, drives it into the temple of Dimitri Alexandrov. And again, Meklakov still has not made any attempt to begin to touch the four corners, but now he glanced at them briefly, but again, back to focus on Alexandrov. Meklakov here 100% focused on Alexandrov and punishing on physical brutality now.
Oh, no way.
Hangman's
Lord.
neckbreaker with the chain around the throat.
Meklakov just literally wrapped the chain around his neck and then
Alexandrov's not moving. Dimitri is not moving right here, and I think
Meklakov's
Meklakov
done.
motioned it. Okay, there's one.
He's done playing around now.
We get 2. With ease here. There's 3. All he has to do is walk the final length of the side, and he gets number 4. Meklakov stopped.
That's almost the same maneuver that we
the
saw
beginning,
earlier.
It's like.
Wait a minute.
What's he doing now? Meklakov, obviously, Jesse Beeler holding up 3. It's not technically an interruption. Meklakov is just veering off from taking the
Wait a minute. He grabbed the chain that he brought out. He's got the chain wrapped around there.
He's got the additional chain, you're right, that he brought out here. It's not the same Russian chain that Alexander brought out. So there are 2 chains here.
Oh, wait a minute.
Pulled off the top. That wipes out. And down. Meklakov went down knee first on the chain. And this may be the opening that Dimitri Alexandrov needs.
And look at Dimitri. Dimitri now.
There's 1. There's 2.
He's just holding the chain.
There's 3. Can he get to the 4th one here? Can he make it over there?
Oh, no.
Meklakov quickly up. Meklakov back up. Meklakov dragging Alexandrov off. Jesse Beeler still signaling 3 because Alexandrov hasn't been taken off his feet yet.
No, he has not. And
oh, man, what a huge.
That's it.
There you go. There's 4. There's 4. Absolutely one of the most physically brutal matches that we have seen here in WFC. But Dimitri Alexandrov stands tall and gains a measure of revenge over Meklakov from 2 months ago. Alexandrov now, having disposed of his fellow Russian, can now can now move on to bigger and better things here in WFC. And even though he is victorious here, I don't think that, well, you see Alexandrov casting the spare chain out to Meklakov.
Meklakov is still in a daze.
Wow, he caught Meklakov hard. I mean, think about what we saw Meklakov do across both matches that we've seen him in. He rarely was taken off his feet to begin with. So what Alexandrov was able to accomplish here with that big steel chain clothesline, that is an incredible feat. Meklakov now making his way to the back. Dimitri Alexandrov out. We see Jordan Fox here going to try to catch a word with Dimitri.
Hey, so it was old school versus new school Russia in there, and it looks like new school prevailed. How do you feel?
I constantly say this every time I'm out here. When you come to this great country and you're accepted by people despite being someone different, I love all of you for what you do. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. And I respect this!
All right, the words of Dimitri Alexandrov. They are victorious in this Russian chain match. We've seen such great action here. Coming up next, a match we were supposed to see last month. It was supposed to be Greg Anthony and Colt Killbane, a rematch, but then we saw laid out backstage Greg Anthony laid out unconscious. We don't know for certain, but I couldn't help but sense the fact
of course you would,
that Colt Killbane or Coach Doggins or both had something to do with preventing Greg Anthony from coming out for the match. But
you're a conspiracy theorist is what you are.
I feel assured this month that Dexter Hardaway has made sure to keep them away from each other, as we're going to see this issue resolved as well. Here comes
the inspirational leader of the decade.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is granted in pinfall. Get that camera out of my face! Way to the ring first, accompanied his manager. He hails from Tulsa, Oklahoma, representing the Defender brand. Is the brand, Colt Killbane.
Well, it's a celebration for the Killbane brand.
I've been attacked by a yellow streamer.
Well, I got a black one around me. I know, Coach. It's a celebration for the Killbane brand.
Don't get.
Yes, indeed.
Don't blow yourself up, Coach. Don't wear yourself out. You got a match to deal with. You're throwing streamers.
I don't need Skittles.
That's probably your workout for this week.
Oh, stop it, Burnham.
Golden Boy Greg Anthony returning here to WFC for competition. We saw him 2 months ago take on Colt Killbane, and Anthony was victorious in that particular encounter. A rematch demanded after the cause, a rematch accepted by Greg Anthony, as I stated earlier. When it came time for that match to happen, Greg Anthony unable to participate, and I can't help but suspect it had something to do with Coach Doggins and Colt Killbane. Colt Killbane would go on to face Luke Langley last month, but tonight, there's no evading, there's no getting out of it. One-on-one, Killbane and Anthony will face each other again.
This is the battle of who the true golden boy is of WFC. Killbane, who has had a lot more time here in the WFC ring than Greg Anthony.
But Greg Anthony's had a lot more time in the ring.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say.
Anthony, a 20-year veteran as well here. He's a former 3-time national heavyweight champion. He's been a singles competitor for such a long, long time. Killbane, honestly, until very, very recently, of course, part of Delta Delta Theta, a tag team guy, kind of like Luke Langley. just recently looking to make his mark in a singles competition.
Well, he's a guy that felt much like others in the past, felt he was being held back by his tag team partner, handsome Lance Osborne. That is no longer the case, as we've seen Coach Doggins has invested full-time into the Standard brand.
That's about the only thing Coach Doggins has invested in. I think he's wearing that sun visor from 1997.
Would you really stop just insulting the man like
I
that?
can't
You
help
have
it.
no
He makes
place.
it so easy.
You really make it easy for people to insult you too, but you don't see me doing it to you on a regular basis.
Really? You sit beside me every broadcast and take every shot you can.
No, I do not. I actually am just trying to help you become more intelligent than what you showcased prior. I can't help that you're not on my level of intellect.
No, I can't help that Coach Doggins is not on my intellect of just about any, on my level of just about anything. Greg Anthony now with the hammerlock on Killbane, but Killbane able to break out of that and now shoulder drives into the midsection of the Golden Boy, Greg Anthony. As referee Jesse Beeler in to try and get them out of the corner. Anthony still now in a different corner, but the same result as Killbane starts to lay in the shots to the side of the head.
Oh,
man.
wow.
Big chop across the chest by Anthony, who I think may have just about had enough of Colt Killbane here. Oh! Gonna take him around on a tour of the world here. Everybody gets an up-close opportunity to get those chops heard, seen, and felt. Irish whip now by Anthony as he takes Killbane down, and Killbane searches for a safe.
His inspiration.
He searches for a safe place.
His
And
inspirational.
look, here comes Coach Doggins motioning for a timeout. Now, come on. Rules, the rule book of pro wrestling.
Hey, wait a minute.
No
Wait a minute. Greg Anthony, you need to get your hands off that. That is a special Letterman's jacket. That is not made for you.
Are you saying that?
Shut up, Burnham.
Was a
Shut up, Burnham. Would you stop
athlete?
it? Stop. He is a great athlete. That Letterman's jacket, he is disgracing that right now.
No, he's making it better.
No, it's too big for him. He's going to rip it.
It seems to fit just fine. Oh, yeah. There you go. The Fargo strut.
That's not the Fargo strut.
The Fargo strut. They
No, it is
originated
not.
it. They originated it. Not Dawn.
You know who's in
Jackie Fargo originated that.
You know who is the
Everybody else
master of
has
that
stolen it
strut.
from him.
You know who mastered that strut. That is the Flair strut, and you know it as well as I do.
Well, look, see, Anthony being very respectful.
Oh, whatever. That's not respectful.
Okay, maybe.
What do you mean maybe not?
But Killbane in and Killbane down and out again.
Yeah. Better listen to him, cameraman. Know your role and get in your place.
And again, Coach Doggins over to complain about something. All right, Killbane now back in the ring. Fun and games are now over.
Oh, apparently not, though.
Collar elbow tie up as Killbane with the side headlock on Greg Anthony.
The Standard brand there. Nice side headlock, just wrenching in on poor old Greg Anthony, who's going to learn the hard way that he is not the golden child as he expected to be.
Anthony going to shove Killbane off. Drops down. Anthony off. Oh.
What?
Well, you know, some people accuse Killbane of not listening to advice. He listened to Greg Anthony right there. He did exactly what Anthony asked him to do.
You're unbelievable, Burnham. And look at the lack of respect shown by Greg Anthony. Well, you just hear the trash talking between these two.
I was just enjoying the moment there. A kick to the midsection by Killbane.
Killbane, who has been working out extremely hard in the gym in his off time.
Killbane is very, very present on social media. He lets everybody know exactly when he's at the gym, which is pretty much always.
Yep, something you should take from him, but I'm sure you're not going to. Make sure when you do your curls next time that it's not with a can of Dr. Pepper and maybe a bottle of water.
Killbane now with the rear chin lock on Greg Anthony. Anthony waving off, says, no, there's still life in me here. I just got to get back up on my feet.
Oh, I thought he was just trying to get feeling back in his fingers there.
And, Coach Doggins looking on from behind, as usual.
What do you mean looking from behind?
He was behind his man. He's getting behind his man. There, was that what you like me to say? He's getting behind his man.
There you go. Now you're getting it.
Colt
Would you
Killbane.
stop that? This is a family show.
Killbane now wrenching back on the neck of Greg Anthony. Killbane applying the pressure right on the chin. As Anthony's going to have to fight his way back up to his feet once again. There we go. Shot to the midsection, breaks the hold. Now Irish whip, reversal by Killbane. Shoots Anthony in. Big boot, puts down Anthony. Good move there by Killbane. Does he have enough to get the pinfall here? 2, but not 3.
I know you've questioned the tactics and definitely the experience of Colt Killbane. He showed great ring awareness and expertise right there, following up quickly with the pinfall attempt after landing that big boot on Greg Anthony.
And you know who I credit all that to?
Coach Doggins.
Not a single bit of it. I actually credit it to Dexter Hardaway because Colt Killbane and Dexter Hardaway have been facing off against each other in several places around Texas, around southern Oklahoma.
Why do you have to keep bringing his name up?
Because
are you really trying to, you really are trying to get me aggravated. After you're the one that's telling me to be professional and you want to bring up that loser again on commentary?
No, I didn't bring up Coach Doggins. I brought up Dexter Hardaway.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, Burnham. Don't you dare sit here and try to make me feel foolish at this moment.
I don't really have to help you with that, sir.
Are you kidding me right now?
Hey, Coach Doggins now over and inspecting the situation as closely as he can, as close as his
today,
shorts,
Junior.
His shorts will allow him in there. No, not the whistle. Please, not the whistle, Coach.
Oh, please give the whistle just to irritate Burnham. Coach, go ahead and blow that whistle. Go ahead and blow it just to annoy him.
No.
Thank you. See, that's what it's like to have friends. Yes, sir.
There's 2.
He's got 2 now.
Can you count?
Get ready for a whistle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to choke on his whistle here.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
The look of complete. Wow, that water bottle will never threaten you again, sir.
Well, you deserve that.
That's why I have a spare. Anthony taking out those aggressions on Colt Killbane. Killbane, though, with the reversal. Big spine buster. Down goes Anthony. Float over by Killbane. You have it there, and so close again.
So what would this mean for Killbane to pick up this victory over Greg Anthony?
This would be a huge accomplishment for Colt Killbane if he were to pin a man with the reputation and accomplishments of Greg Anthony, and it would even their war, if you will, 1-to-1. But I believe it would certainly propel Colt Killbane up in the rankings here in WFC, perhaps give him an opportunity at the Hometown Heroes Championship. And no matter who it is that walks away with it tonight, be it Tommy Dean or be it Alex Royal.
Still can't believe that match is even taking place, but that's to come later on, and that is our tables match for this evening. But right now, Killbane just throwing right hands into the jaw.
Yeah, Anthony staggering, really kind of only keeping himself upright by making his way to the ropes, and then retaliates with a right hand of his own.
Anthony's still trying to gather his wits.
He's definitely rocked from the sleeper hold that was placed on him earlier, and Killbane able to shoot the knee into the midsection there, and again, continue the efforts on the head and neck area of Greg Anthony. Irish whip corner to corner. Anthony falls out. Killbane now going to turn Anthony over, going to go down for the pinfall.
You know, and I know some people may be thinking that even a lackadaisical cover like that isn't going to do any harm to Greg Anthony, but I disagree because it's going to be even more difficult, and Anthony's going to wear himself out by kicking out so often as Killbane has been just putting the pressure on Greg Anthony.
That is an excellent point, Travis. Every time that you force your opponent to kick out of these pinfall attempts, be they full force or be they someone as we think of them lackadaisical, it does use up that energy, and Greg Anthony certainly seems to be suffering. Well, I say that as he reverses the Irish whip attempt, high elevation on Killbane. Can Anthony make his way over? Can he make a pinfall here? As we got both men down.
They have a 10 count to get to their feet, and of course if this gets to the count of 10, it would end in a no contest. Neither man wants that to take place.
Anthony up to his feet first, but Killbane right behind. Can Anthony take advantage of the situation? He does. Down goes Killbane. Elbow shot puts Killbane down again. Greg Anthony, forearm shot, uppercut. Anthony off the ropes. Nice drop kick there. Goes over, hooks the leg. 2, and even Coach Doggins, I think maybe going to try to interject himself in there, but Killbane able to kick out before that was necessary.
At the end of the day, no matter what, winner.
Oh, big jawbreaker there by Killbane as he.
Oh, look at the strength. Look at the strength of Killbane that time in the gym.
Alabama slam. And a hook of the leg. Does he have enough to put down? So close.
That time in the gym almost paid off with that Alabama slam, giving the victory to Colt Killbane.
You can see the frustration and shock on the face of Colt Killbane as he could not believe that what he just did was not enough to put the Golden Boy down and out.
Oh, he
Another
tried
big
for
boot attempt. Spear by Anthony. Spear by Anthony. This is it right here. 2. No. Somehow Killbane with life still in him.
Life still in him?
I said life still in him.
I heard a W there.
Both of these men would love to hear a W at the end of this match. Oh, knockout. Killbane shoving Greg Anthony out.
Idiot referee.
Jesse Beeler with the, and what's Coach Doggins? Doggins got a chair.
Oh, just to give him a seat.
Really? What? Why does Colt Killbane need a chair?
That's what Greg Anthony's saying. You don't need the chair.
And even Colt seems to be a little bit. Well, is he going to get rid of the chair or not? Oh God! Now we have to wait for Doggins to get up. But Doggins motioning, but Colt Killbane not responding.
Well, I mean, does Colt see this as like Doggins doesn't have any faith in him? Is that what we're getting at here?
I'm not sure.
Look at that!
Are you?
The intelligence of Killbane. Doggins needed to get
We
over.
got no referee to make the count.
Look at that.
Doggins assaulting referee Jesse Beeler.
No, he's waking him up. There's the 1. There's the 2. It's over.
Your winner,
Killbane launching one of those streamers that was thrown earlier right out of the ring. And I don't care what you want to say, that was intelligence shown there by Killbane. He lured Greg Anthony into thinking that he wasn't going to utilize the chair. He then took the chair and swung for the fences and knocked a home run out of the park. Your winner here tonight with the inspirational assistance of Coach Doggins, the standard brand, Colt Killbane.
Killbane and Greg Anthony. Thanks for that editorial advice there, Killbane.
And again, he launches another streamer.
Well, he's got a good arm behind him. Maybe he should have been on the gridiron rather than here.
Well, what do you think his Letterman's jacket was for?
I have no idea. Not for good sportsmanship, I can tell you that. Colt Killbane, you're right, luring everybody in, making everybody believe that he was not going to use the chair that was given to him by Coach Doggins, but in the end, even though it seemed like Greg Anthony was going to be able to talk him down, in the end, the big swing connect.
All that matters is that you get the W. That's what matters.
We established that earlier. Yes, I guess it works both ways. In the end, your winner, Colt Killbane. Coming up next, a huge match that I know I've been dying to see. I was just about blindsided last month when this match was set up. Double D and JD in a last man standing match for the 2018 Ryder Herring Memorial Cup. This is a rematch from the finals of the Ryder Herring Memorial Tournament. Double D absolutely livid that he could not walk away with that championship.
Time to right the wrong that was done back at the Ryder Herring Memorial Cup. Double D is about to get what was rightfully his.
You say right the wrong, I say that JD has the opportunity to prove exactly why he won that tournament, why he put Double D away, and how he can potentially do so again. Here comes the definition of definition.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a last man standing match. Making his way to the ring first, he hails from Denver, Colorado. Is the definition of definition, Double D.
Double D is standing proud with the Ryder Herring Memorial Cup, and of course, not necessarily totally focused on that. As always, the attention going to the well-developed and bedazzled abs of the definition of definitions.
The best set of abs going on the Oklahoma Independent Circuit today.
I will agree with that. There's certainly no arguing that, but it takes more than a well-oiled physique in order to bring you success, and Double D has had quite a load of success, both here in WFC as well as all around the state. He's one of the most highly regarded individuals, one of the top athletes to come out of this state. I've never denied his ability. I just don't like the attitude that he has exhibited over the past couple of years, when he made a switch and became so self-preoccupied, so conceited about himself.
That's what gets you your success. It doesn't matter if you agree with his tactics or not. His resume speaks for itself. He has been successful since this change of attitude. And yes, he has been a champion just about anywhere that he has gone to. You and I both have seen him in multiple organizations. This guy was the last IZW heavyweight champion, and tonight he's looking to take home another title in the Ryder Herring Memorial Cup trophy that he rightfully should have won last tournament back in May, when this match was originally held between JD and Double D in the finals.
Well, thankfully not present at ringside tonight is the rightful Queen Erica, so this will be a one-on-one situation, because after all, Double D always says, I can do it on my own, I can do it by myself, and tonight he will have the opportunity to prove that to everybody here. As can he possibly beat JD? Can he claim this Ryder Herring Cup, and can he be the last man standing?
Absolutely he can, and I am, for one, unfortunately sad that Erica could not join us.
I know, it tears you up.
But you know why? Because she is at home by the request of her king to tend to her wounds, because she just had a successful MMA fight not too long ago.
1 minute and 4 seconds.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. Very, very dominant, very, very successful. Erica, a multi-sport champion. There's again, no denying her ability, just don't like the attitude. Anyway, here comes, well, hang on. You can see in the corner of your screen right there that Double D is standing with the Ryder Herring Cup and mockingly applauding JD. And this is what happened last month.
Yes,
look out! Oh! Again, fans, this is a last man standing match. No pinfalls, no submissions. You have to render your opponent unable to answer a 10 count, and any and everything is legal in this situation. Speaking of which, here comes Double D with a big trash can full of stuff.
And the hometown boy getting a loud reception.
No, man, straight down. D face first, Double D straight first. Again, I'm in the same predicament I was in last month. I can't just call him D. They're both got D in their name.
Duh.
Double D, yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
JD ramming Double D's head into the ring apron. The man here representing your hometown heroes, your hometown of fans of Claremore, Oklahoma. Every single one of these WFC faithful want to see JD victorious in this.
Oh, no, not the abs.
Let's test out those abs. Let's see how they face with a kendo stick slamming up against them. Let's test out those traps, which Double D recently pointed out that he's been working so hard as well on his social media.
Yes, indeed he has been, and I don't like this. This is not a good start for the way this has turned out.
Well, Double D not down and out yet as he is underneath the ring looking
for
more. He's got a chair, and JD has got, I think, a cane?
That is a cane that I think he took from a fan.
Well, the fans, yes it is, and the fans here are more than happy to help their hometown hero fan, their hometown hero representative be victorious over Double D as JD now throws Double D back into the ring.
And this is just the start, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even think, have we had the bell? Did the bell officially ring?
I believe the bell was officially called for.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. JD taking the hot dog from that person, and you call him being a fan favorite? He stole someone's hot dog.
I don't think he stole it. I think it was given to him. What's he got in mind here? Oh
no, that's carbs. That's carbs. You don't need those.
And
nope, you don't need that either. That's bad meat. That's just wasted meat. Don't eat it, Double D. Do not eat it. Shameful of you, JD. Shameful of you to do this.
I will admit the impressive agility there of Double D as he fights off the hot dog.
No! Look at the flexibility.
It's very reminiscent of Joey Ryan and his blow pops. Again, Dexter Hardaway would be more from. Oh, he got it in.
No!
No, stunner!
No!
Stunner! All right, Double D down. Now the referee gonna get to back JD off if he wants to start the 10 count. But JD not really willing to take the opportunity for the 10 count yet, as he is going to give out more punishment here, setting a chair up in the corner. And Double D to the outside, but quickly intercepted by JD. Dropping JD, however, over throat first across the top rope. Now Double D going up to that top rope, very comfortable in this area.
Oh, no!
Not that way, he's not.
I was going to make a mention about the marks across the back of Double D already.
Make a mention about the marks across the forehead from that trash can.
You don't say. As if I didn't just see that right in front of me.
Referee applying the count now, inside or outside of the ring, it does not matter.
And look at that. JD's just sitting there on that bent trash can.
JD keeping a neutral stance while the referee applies the count. Up to 7.
I believe I thought it was 6.
That was 7. The referee put up 7.
Well, either way, D got back to his feet.
Broke the count, so we start all over again. And D with the educated feet, creating some distance between himself and JD.
You know, this is actually going to be the next step for one of these two men, as we know that they have been working their way up the WFC.
Look out there. Over and down goes Double D.
As I was saying, they've been working their way up the WFC ranks, especially Double D. You got to think that whoever wins this might be in line for not a Hometown Heroes necessarily, but a world title match.
Yes, so WFC title opportunity could.
Oh! Turnabout is fair play. A kendo stick to the head of JD, making up for that shot to the back that you can see the whelp on Double D's back.
And Double D not going to waste time. He's going to continue pressing the advantage that he has with the kendo stick, using it to choke JD out. Obviously, if he's able to render JD unconscious, he will not be able to answer that 10 count, and Double D could walk away with that Ryder Herring Cup Memorial Trophy.
Yes, indeed. That's what this was all about. This whole tournament was what started this rivalry to begin with. In my opinion, the rightful winner. The rightful winner was Double D, and JD stole that victory from him.
Well, we all know that opinions are kind of like posterior openings. We all have them, and they kind of stink. Nonetheless,
I bet that stunk for Mr. JD.
Wow. JD on the receiving end of a double stomp and landing on the ring apron, which we've said many times is the hardest part of the ring. It has the least amount of give as it lines the framework of the ring itself. Referee now applying the count to JD. And Double D preparing for the worst here in case JD able to get back to his feet.
And you hear the hometown idiots for JD.
That's the WFC faithful here. But then you hear that resounding echo of that trash can lid off the back of JD.
Double D's looking to put all the naysayers to rest here that think he's just all about his body. No, he is willing to put his body at stake to show why he is dominant here in WFC.
Double D off the top rope and comes crashing down on the head of JD.
But JD's still technically not down.
He's not truly down. Now he is. And referee Chance Snodgrass again starting the count.
The fans here trying to rally behind JD, but it's going to be useless when it comes to getting knocked out.
Now JD back to a knee, but Double D immediately in with that kendo stick, attempting to deprive JD of all the oxygen that he has, make sure that he cannot get back to his feet.
Oh, man.
Desperation move by JD, but it works out straight to the head with a nearby object. That's the problem with introducing things, which Double D did. Anybody can use them, either side.
It's not just Double D introducing weapons. I believe JD was the one that brought trash cans out. A super kick for his troubles for doing so. Hey, once was good, twice was better. How about we go for the trifecta if he's not down yet?
Well, the referee, I think, considering that a down, and Double D says it's not enough. Now count.
2 count now. Now Double D.
And Double D trying to recover from the punishment that he's taking at the same time that JD is trying to get his way back up.
And let's
JD back up to at 4, back on his knees. And Double D swing and connects with the kendo stick.
And the benefit of keeping your opponent down for that 10 count, even if they get back up to your feet, it's giving you a little bit of time to recuperate.
And Double D absolutely persisted with this, never allowing JD an opportunity to rest, really never taking his eyes off the ball here. The same basic strategy, deprive the man of the oxygen, wear him out, hope to render him unconscious.
I mean, if he's unconscious, you can't stand up.
That's true. Again, he's down here, but the referee can't start the count until Double D steps away.
Double D coming off the rope. Oh, he got met with just a stinging elbow to the midsection.
To the abs. Yeah, and those abs are suffering right now. JD having to try and extricate himself from the ropes, or maybe trying to use the ropes for something.
Well, you know what? The best thing about it is that tension is great for your muscles. So those tension on those abs were just helping out Double D there.
Let's see if that pays off as Double D's lost the kendo stick.
Oh, and again, just to the back. Look at the whelps there. You can see them.
I'm seeing more and more of them added every moment here that JD has that kendo stick.
Oh, man. What? Oh, now he's feeling what? Like Mark McGuire?
No!
Maybe Sammy Sosa feels proud somewhere.
And a big clothesline over and down goes Double D. Referee to the outside, going to check. But all right.
Oh, look at that. Look at the bruise on Double D's abs.
And no Queen Erica here to kiss and make it better.
That's insulting.
Oh, it's what she does, I'm sure.
She doesn't just kiss and make it better like it's a boo-boo for a child.
Here's JD dragging the
whoa,
stairway out.
He caught the foot.
And he rams the head into the ring steps.
And we can hear that trash can here. That's just not looking good.
It's a little too close for comfort to us.
You're telling me.
Oh, and I'm about to tell Double D that he needs to phone home and tell Erica it will not be a pleasant night.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, there's still hope. Okay, the second I say that.
Yeah, okay, really, come on.
You know what I had?
His abs are well developed, but that particular area you really can't work out.
It's kind of a lost cause at the moment. I was really hoping for a young prince or princess one day. JD's got this trash can that was set up here.
Oh, but he's tossed Double D back into the ring. Meanwhile, he seemed to be grabbing for the trash can lid. Double D, meanwhile, repositioning the chair that he set up in the corner over here as he begs off.
But he kicked the middle rope.
Yeah, he begged off and lured JD in at the same time. And now Double D causing some of the same type of injury that JD was working on earlier. Oh, look out, Double D about to introduce JD head first to the chair.
Almost a nice souvenir for our fans here in the front row with that chair.
This ring and ring area just absolutely littered with trash, with streamers. With
wow, look at the strength of Double D.
Yeah. Well, he says he's the core that wants you want more, and that core getting a real workout there, hoisting JD up across his shoulders. And the referee putting the count on JD, I presume. Double D moving, Double D on his knees. He's not being subjected to this count.
No, he is not. The knees do not qualify as being down.
Are we at 8? There's 9. And barely up onto both feet is JD.
And but he immediately dropped to a
down,
knee.
But it counts. It was enough to break the count of 10, and that is exactly what he needed as Double D now goes to try and introduce some more toys into the ring here for he and JD to play with. Double D makes his way all the way around the ring area, throws in another chair, two chairs, a trash can lid, a kendo stick. All we're missing really is a kitchen sink. And I'm sure there probably is one under the ring apron here somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure. If not, there's probably one in the kitchen, maybe one in the bathroom. I mean, we can probably find him somewhere.
Double D with JD flopped down in the corner, but not down enough to be considered a down for a count. He's being held up and aloft, what little he is really here, by that bottom turnbuckle. As Double D now reaches for one of the steel chairs that he had utilized or planned to utilize in this match, brought into this match. Now grabbing the other chair, assembling something here in the middle of the ring.
Almost like a tabletop chairs type of situation.
Yeah, this could be bad, very, very bad. If JD is put through this, what's going on? He's going to try to suplex him. He's going to try to DDT him.
I think that's what he's aiming for, is the suplex.
Going to try to suplex him through both of these steel chairs. Can Double D get JD over?
Oh.
He gets him off his feet, but he can't quite go over the fulcrum.
No. Oh, wow, that was close.
Very close there. As
a roundhouse kick. A roundhouse kick has placed JD on the chair.
JD positioned. Unfortunately, as Double D ascends again to the top, that single leg drop kick that he's put away so many people with.
And he could have landed it right perfectly on the chin and knocked him out.
We'll see if that's the case as referee Chance Snodgrass with the count. That's 5.
We're at 6 now.
Double D seemingly confident that this may be the situation. Nope, JD moving now up to the knee. Referee says he's up. We got to 7, and that was as far as we could get. Oh, man!
Well, that's what started this whole thing to begin with, was a low blow shot. That's what started this rivalry.
And look
over.
out, D looking for the defacer.
Yes, indeed.
D gonna try to put the, D connects with the defacer. This should be it.
Pinfall doesn't matter, but you know what does is the referee's count, and he has administered it. We're already up to 3.
JD moving.
But not very quickly.
Not quickly at all. And he's again got to get to a knee at least in order to signify that he's truly up.
No, he's got to get on a foot at least.
Okay.
There it is, right there.
He's up there, officially up. And what Double D has grabbed a roll of tape.
That's perfection tape right there. Pink perfection right there.
It matches his wardrobe. How nice. Look at those. Look at the welts on the back of Double D from those cane shots.
This last man standing match has been physical. It's been brutal. These guys.
I mean, I thought the Russian chain match was bad. This has exceeded the levels of brutality from that. And now Double D going to tape the arm of JD up onto that top rope. Now this
wait a minute. I thought for a second there D actually was catching the left hand as well and trying to tape both hands there.
He's just got the right one, but I gotta wonder, is this perhaps a miscalculation on his part, because at this way you can't count JD down.
No, but what you can do is administer enough punishment that will render him from standing up and then cut the tape from him. You still rendered him in a somewhat helpless position.
Oh, and he goes, well, he help us with this introduced.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, you know what this reminds me of is a Dreamer Sandman caning incident here.
D with the shot to the midsection and across the back. And Double D now grabbing the trash can lid.
Oh, wait a minute,
placing it up against the side of the head. And I hope he's not going to go all Keith Moon on him here.
Oh, my Lord!
God!
Oh, no. All right, you know, I'm a Double D fan, as it's obvious to see, but I don't know. There has to be a limit here. There has to be a limit.
Look at the look of the eyes right there of JD. He has no idea right now where he is.
That's my point. This is getting to be a little too much here, even I think.
The repeated shots with the steel chair from Double D, and again, the referee basically helpless here. He can't count.
He is off of his feet.
Yeah, but he's not down. He's not like completely down.
You know what? Maybe this wasn't what Double D's intentions were. Maybe this was just exactly what we were saying earlier, just to administer punishment.
I think it was. I think it clearly was here. But come on, how much punishment do you need to get?
I don't know. JD could be suffering from a concussion after that shot now. I don't know.
D raining down the fists.
Oh, wait a minute.
JD.
A one-arm power bomb.
There's still that much power as JD going to try to break the tape that's holding him onto that top rope. Can he breaks it off. He breaks free of that, but immediately connecting with a knee is Double D.
Double D right back on top. Another well-placed knee. Again, he's looking very Krispy Kreme-eyed right there.
The only thing holding him up here is the ropes. He's literally draped across the rope there on his torso, and that's the only thing that was keeping him from collapsing in a pile. And now look at Double D once again.
Oh, and again.
Assembling the chairs, using the trash can lid, and he says this is over. If he can actually hit the suplex this time he was trying to hit before, assuming that's what is he going to go for a superplex?
No way. No way. Not like this. Ladies and gentlemen, again, as I have mentioned, I have all the respect in the world for all of these athletes, and there is a genuine concern for the health of JD, he just doesn't seem like he's all here at all.
Double D on the second rope, looking for the position, and almost like he's calling the shot like Babe Ruth did, saying this is where it's going to go. This is where JD is going to go through these chairs. Can Double D up to the top rope? Can Double D get JD over the top here? JD able to muscle himself up to his feet and fight back.
Still trying to fight off Double D there.
JD back down.
Oh my God!
The power!
Oh my God! Look at the strength!
Power of JD. Was he going to try?
Oh wow!
But a knee to the forehead allows Double D to recover there.
You got to hand it to Double D.
Both these men in a precarious position. If one of them slips.
Oh wait a minute!
Oh no! JD throwing Double D down. One chair annihilated. The other one, well. JD says, get out of the way.
We're at
and
5.
Referee at 5 now.
6 says referee Chance Snodgrass. Double D needs to hurry. He's only got 3 seconds left.
There's 8.
Now 2.
There's 9. There's no.
How smart.
I hate to say it, but it's 100% true.
Brilliant maneuver.
Brilliant move by Double D. All he had to do is get to his feet. It doesn't matter inside or outside the ring. He rolls to the outside and lands on his feet. The match continues, but here comes JD with the tape.
Oh, man. JD now seems to have regained his wherewithal now, and it looks like he's just looking to do exactly what Double D did earlier and administer punishment at this point.
JD throws Double D back into the ring. JD, that back hurting so much as he climbs over the top rope.
JD's serious at this point.
There goes the everyday man's shirt, as I think it's about to become a weapon.
Yes,
indeed.
indeed.
He puts it over the head and neck area. He's going to cover up the abs, or try to cover up the abs of Double D, and then just rain down the forearms.
Look at this.
Repeated forearms, one after the other, now switching up right and left, and a stomp for good measure.
Jeez.
Oh, and now ripping out the rubber band, holding up the top knot on Double D.
He's got the shirt placed on him.
And now JD with the tape that matches the wardrobe so nicely of Double D. And Double D finds himself being packaged like a Christmas present.
I don't think this is a Christmas present he wanted in his stocking.
No, he's not going to be thanking Santa Claus for this one.
Oh, no. Oh, no. This is reminiscent fashion.
This is, and D call him, say, come on and do it.
No.
And JD says, no, you're not going to go out that way. You're going to go down here at the hands of a JD KO. There it is. Double D down. JD back to his feet. Referee starts the count.
Did you see the intensity in Double D there for a second? Just telling JD to hit me.
Yeah, I did.
We're at 5 now. Up to 7
now. Double D is not moving.
No, he is not. Double D, you got to stand, man.
Is this it? We got 10? We got 10.
Your winner and the owner of the Ryder Herring Memorial Cup, JD.
After all these months, after so many brutal attacks, blindside attacks, and such patronizing attitude from Double D, we finally have a clear decision. No interference from Erica, no controversy. 100% JD has reclaimed the Ryder Herring Memorial Cup for 2018. JD has satisfied the desires of the WFC faithful here, and JD stands as the hometown hero, whether he has that title or not. He is the man who represents every single one of these fans as he goes around and thanks them for their support for this entire confrontation with Double D.
Absolutely, it was a hard-fought contest. There's no question at this point. The last man standing was indeed JD.
What a performance. What a performance. I'm glad to see that you finally got your trophy back. How does it feel?
I'm hurting, and my wife better rub my back later. But it feels good to be home, man.
I think I speak for everyone here when I say congratulations.
Thank you.
JD
Back to you guys.
thanking the fans that have supported him for so much of his career. Double D still not out of the bounds and the bonds of the tape in the ring. As referee Chance Snodgrass moving in to try and take a credit. Oh, just listen to that.
Yeah, adding
WFC
insult to
there.
injury to Double D there.
And Double D now. Double D is
pitching a fit.
yeah,
is what he's doing.
He is. He's throwing a tantrum.
It's not a tantrum.
He's throwing a look. He's kicking. He's throwing a tantrum.
It's the passion of competition. When you are defeated, this just shows his true veracity. This shows that his care for WFC. This shows the care for competition.
Are you watching the same person I am?
I was
Double D
watching
has
the
never
same
cared
person.
about anybody except himself.
He
That
cares
is all
about his
he's
queen,
about.
Erica. What are you talking about?
He really? He blames her every time something goes wrong.
He does not
never
blame
gives her
her.
credit when things go right. He
Yes,
always
he
does
does.
it by himself.
He does not.
Double D is the picture of he's the picture of a toddler now. As he kneels in the ring, and he's going to make his way out of there.
Well, you don't know what it's like to be a competitor, so you wouldn't know what it feels like.
I know that right now, I'd much rather be in JD's shoes than Double D's shoes.
Oh, I bet you would. I bet you would if
Oh,
you
look,
could fit.
see, there it is. It's all our fault. This is all our fault.
I don't know
You,
who,
apparently,
no,
Travis.
who you talking about?
He said it's all your fault.
He wasn't talking to me.
Barrett, Brown, Aaron Anders. We didn't even know that Aaron Anders was in the building.
No, we
And
did
he
not.
comes out and makes this huge challenge. Barrett Brown accepts it on social media, and we have a match that is absolutely guaranteed to be a barn burner between these two. Here comes 50 caliber Barrett Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled to end in pinfall. Position. Making his way to the ring first. Recently seen on WWE television. He hails from Pride Point, Texas. Is 50 caliber Barrett Brown.
Barrett Brown, as Tuck Davy, and you heard him say, recently featured on WWE television. He is the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion. He has been a mainstay on several occasions here in WFC. He's had some of the most amazing matches that you and I have had the opportunity to call. The match against Mr. Nasty a summer ago, we didn't think it could possibly be topped. Then a four-way match with the two of them, plus Colt Killbane, plus Paul Puertorico. Absolutely outstanding every time Barrett Brown steps in the ring. He elevates everything about professional wrestling surrounding him.
He's also been on the move here recently. He's done a tour over in London here recently, been training in the New Japan Dojo out in California, and he is tonight facing a man who he is very familiar with, and quite frankly, I have a little bit of my own personal interest in this match, which I will get to as soon as Tuck Davian makes his announcement of his opponent here tonight, because this match, like you said, is guaranteed being a barn burner.
Aaron Anders, a man who's also become international in recent months, spending a time over in Japan with the DDT promotion over there. And of course, Aaron Anders, a very storied career here in WFC, former tag team champion, former hometown heroes champion, former winner of the Ryder Herring Memorial Cup. He's done everything except win the WFC Heavyweight Championship. But tonight, it's really not about the titles. It's really not about anything of that nature. It's about proving which of these two men is the best. The spirit of competition right here. And these two men are going to display everything that they have learned in the recent months, as well as everything that they brought with them before. Bell rings. We are underway here as Aaron Anders and Barrett Brown are going to face off.
This match intrigued me so much when it was announced, and it gave me so much anticipation, mainly because the very first WFC show that I sat side by side with you on was in December of 2016. That was the very first time that Brown and Anders faced off one-on-one with each other in 2016. Here we are almost 2 years to the day later, and we get the rematch. Barrett Brown, Aaron Anders. Barrett Brown calls himself 50 caliber. Aaron Anders calls himself bulletproof. We find out who is the favor of the two right now.
Anders immediately going to the standing wrist lock. We've not seen Aaron Anders compete in a ring since losing the Hometown Heroes Championship to Paul Puertorico in, I believe it was March of last year. Barrett Brown, of course, in and out as his schedule will permit. And look at that, and Anders going for a snapmare, and Brown blocked the first one, was not able to block the second one. And Anders backing off as if just, this is going to be a very careful feeling out procedure between the two of them. They know each other, but they don't want to make any early mistakes. And I don't know if we call that an actual applause of respect or...
oh, no, that was definitely not of respect.
That was mocked, yeah.
Absolutely. That was complete 100% mockery. And what's interesting about this contest is, like you mentioned, Aaron Anders had done a stint over with the DDT promotion in Japan. And as I mentioned with Barrett Brown, he has been training at the New Japan Dojo. So it certainly is almost a familiarity of styles there. Both men have been working a much more stiff, strong style like when it comes to their training, and look at the arrogance of Barrett Brown. So it's going to be interesting to see how they employ both of their Japanese techniques into this matchup.
Both men very measured in their approach here.
I'm excited for this, Burnham.
Yeah, I know, because we know right now they're just in first gear. They haven't even pushed up the second yet, and we know they can go all the way to the top fifth gear. And now we're going to get to a test of strength. Nope, we're going to turn around. Big belly-to-back suplex.
Snap suplex there.
Yes, a quick message being sent there as Anders charges in, but it's met with an elbow by Brown. Ooh, nice spin kick to the midsection. Nice knee up and a roundhouse forearm.
Stiff forearm shot there from Brown.
But Anders taking the moment to recover, goes for the big boot, but Barrett intercepts it. Just drops him straight down.
My Lord!
Right to the face.
Catching the foot of Aaron Anders to shove him down face first to the canvas, and then a hard super kick to the side of the head, and Brown flies!
Brown with a daredevil dive between the ropes. Taking down Aaron Anders.
Barrett Brown has been studying, and the more time he has been away, he has just gotten better with the time that has passed through.
And you can see right there the reference, as Barrett Brown referenced the nickname of Bulletproof on the part of Aaron Anders, and not really believing that particular marketing ploy. And there Anders, though, going to meet and prove it as he cuts off the second daredevil dive. And Anders now...
Oh, wait a minute, look at this.
Anders going to the top rope, over the top rope to the ring apron, leapfrogs over a chop, and cannonball dive right outside, right near the announce table here. Very uncomfortably close to us. The action right up close and personal for us here. Anders now going to throw Brown back into the ring.
Aaron Anders now soaking in the moment there. Happy of his handiwork, but he got caught with the bicycle kick, the switch kick from Barrett Brown there, excuse me.
Both of these men know that a loss here could potentially cost them any momentum that they have built in this progression of their career. They know that they're on the radar of several international opportunities, and if whoever ends up not coming out victorious here, it may be I'm not going to say back to square one, but it's going to be a few steps downward for them in their opportunities nationally or internationally. Brown now backing Anders into the corner, calling for a bit of silence.
Oh! The echo Oh, look at the flare strut.
Brown, whoa.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure. That was like PG-13, and we try to be about PG here. But
oh, wait a minute. Aaron just called him to do it again.
No! You know, there's an old-timer in these parts called Renegade, and he's in the crowd tonight, and I'm sure he was well known for those chops. And I'm sure he's looking on at Barrett Brown quite proudly.
Oh, again, he's daring him.
I have a feeling this may have been a daily occurrence. And Brown now on the receiving end of some palm thrust and a kick. He just literally kicked Barrett Brown out of the ring.
Aaron Anders is definitely not somebody that you can just toy with, but he did take a moment there to sort of toy with Barrett there, tell him to bring his best shot.
And he absorbed everything that Brown gave him in that moment and then retaliated unexpectedly, on at least as far as Brown is concerned. And Barrett now really going to have to try to change his game up as Anders to the outside, Brown to the inside, Aaron back inside. And quickly met with a straight right hand on the part of Barrett Brown. What?
Oh, he said you're not bulletproof if you caught that.
But Anders now maybe looking for it. No, the sit-down power bomb. Rolls Brown up and gets a 2 count, but only 2.
Sit-out power bomb, not enough to keep Barrett Brown down.
But Anders, mark, you can see the mark there as he pulled the trigger, as he charged into the corner. Anders now catching Brown, dropping him right across the knee.
Oh, but he caught him again.
Him back up, not satisfied with that. Going to hoist him up and drop him across the top rope. And now, what's he got in mind here? You think maybe he's going to try to drag him out, give him like an RKO style cutter.
He tried, but Brown
was able to block it. Now Brown positioning himself, looking maybe for a moonsault. No, Anders from behind.
This doesn't look good. This is a precarious position for Brown.
Trying to yank Brown off that top rope, but both men precariously balanced. Anders knocked off Brown. Moonsault to his feet, did not connect. Charges in, nobody home. And Anders now belly to back suplex.
Oh, no effect though.
Anders unaware. The Brown up now, switch around. Anders again, belly to back suplex, this time holding on with the bridge. And only able to get 2.
Anders confirming with Chad Snodgrass there that was only 2, and it was indeed just that. But that first German had no effect on Brown whatsoever, and Anders quickly followed it up with the second. And at this time he put the bridge in there. It just wasn't enough to keep Brown down.
And the WFC faithful seemingly coming behind Barrett Brown. I think they've picked who it is that they want to see victorious in this situation.
Brown he's gained himself a little bit of a following here with the WFC fans. Multiple showings, outings, and 5-star classics to his name already. Remember, he's also a former NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion. This guy is not your run-of-the-mill, average, everyday light heavyweight. He comes with some force and some impact with those kicks and strikes.
Brown measuring with these label-style kicks to the chest and pectoral region of Aaron Anders. And again, Brown pulling the trigger, but Anders ducks underneath, rolls Brown through, now elevates Brown up and over. Brown lands on the apron, blocks the punch, but Anders returns a forearm. Spin kick straight into an enziguri. And Brown to the upstairs area. Maybe looking for a double stomp. Off the ropes, no, swanton bomb.
Right on target, too.
Beautifully executed, is it enough? No, only good enough for 2. And Brown right in the face of referee Chance Snodgrass, protesting that count, but it was clearly just a 2 count. Anders kicking out right at the end of the 2 count. But Anders with a slightly starry dazed look in his eyes as Brown now goes to charge in, elbow smash right to the upper region of the pectorals, and Brown's again
for one more.
Looking for one more perhaps, but maybe changing his mind. Now going to maybe go corner to corner with Anders. Anders sent far away, and a nice running drop kick in the corner.
And forget the forearm, I'm just going to put a foot in your face instead.
And Anders.
And again, Brown saying he's not bulletproof.
He's not. That's the point that Barrett Brown seems to be wanting to prove right here. Anders, though, reversals out of the second corner to corner, mounts to the second rope.
Oh, wow! He caught him with a cutter.
And hooks the leg. Is this enough? 2.5. 2.5 after that cutter.
I thought for a minute there Anders was thinking something different. Maybe he had just reacted too quickly, but instead he had enough distance and wherewithal to catch Brown after he springboarded off the middle rope into that cutter.
Anders now grabbing Brown by the hair to pick him back up, gonna scoop him up, gonna go maybe for a body slam. No, gonna go for a tombstone pile driver. Brown trying to force his way out, takes him over Hurricane Rana style. No, high knee, massive high knee there. Brown charges in again into almost a hip toss into position.
Oh, right
again.
Into the tombstone.
Right to the tombstone. Twist and down.
Lord.
Corkscrew twisted moonsault or pile driver. Tombstone pile driver, and all of that still not enough to keep Barrett Brown down. The look in Aaron Anders' eyes says it all right there. What do I got to do to put this guy away? Every trick that I know, plus a few that I've learned recently, does not seem to be enough to put Barrett Brown down for 3.
Now Barrett Brown came off. He was able to catch him with that hip toss and reversed it straight into that tombstone.
And now the WFC faithful seemingly divided. Is there a chance for both Barrett Brown and Aaron Anders in this? Schoolboy by Barrett. Schoolboy by Barrett plus a handful of tights.
Wow.
And that's not enough. And then a kick straight to the side of the head. Barrett with the cover again. Pulls the leg. And again, only good enough for 2.
2 quick near falls there by Brown. Almost won him the matchup there, but still Anders showing that he's got plenty of fight left in him in this contest.
Anders and Brown both looking for the one opportunity that they need to have, that one moment where they can catch the other one off guard. As referee Chance Snodgrass puts the count onto both of them, both men down. First one to get back to their feet will certainly have an advantage as both men latching onto each other on the ground now, back up to their knees. Brown trying to get that foot up. Anders with a forearm shot. Brown looking to up, Brown with a straight right hand.
Now they're just trading punches at
right
this point.
In the middle, yeah. We're just going to wear each other down here. It's Saturday night. We might as well turn this into a barroom brawl if we have to.
Yeah, we don't have to go to Muskogee, though. We're right here in Claremore.
Yeah, they're just as violent here as they are down there. And Brown on the receiving end of a big chop by Anders across the chest. Spin.
Oh, and just an elbow to the chin.
And Brown pulling up some motivation, but Anders charges right in, doesn't allow him to even get off the ropes. Anders off the ropes. Brown quickly in behind with the forearm shot again.
Both these men sensing the other one.
Oh, this time Brown comes up short, delivers the forearm, but Anders
absorbs
a spin around. All these discus forearms, and that was just a headbutt, a straight headbutt there by Anders.
Oh,
and
my
a knee
Lord.
strike to the head.
Oh, he fell on top.
He did. And that was it. Wow.
Your winner,
Barrett Brown. Honestly, I don't know that he even was aware that he had fallen into a pinning situation. He wasn't as traditionally across the shoulders as normally you execute that type of pin. But what the move that he connected before that seems to have been enough to render Aaron Anders dazed to the point where he could not respond. Barrett Brown with the win. An amazing matchup here. 2 technicians showing you that they can wrestle, they can brawl, and they put it all on the line here tonight for this crowd's entertainment at this 7th anniversary show.
Brown backing off seemingly. I don't know if he's still trying to gain his wherewithal or what, but Brown definitely should be proud of that. He hit him with that quick running knee to the side of the head, and that was enough to render Anders unconscious long enough for that 3 count.
Both of these men barely able to hang on to their feet. Anders clutching for Chance Snodgrass to help him back to the back. Barrett Brown stands victorious here as he's going to make his way around. It looks like Jordan Fox is in position to try to catch some words from Barrett Brown. I'm not sure he's really in a speaking mood, but
No.
but
Good
maybe,
luck, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, watch yourself.
Barrett, I got a quick question for you. Barrett, you're training with Shibata at the New Japan Dojo in Los Angeles right now. I gotta ask, what's next, man?
What's next? The top of the mountain. I came here for one reason. Aaron Anders called me out. Aaron Anders says he was bulletproof. And I'd like to say that tonight, I proved him wrong. But you know what? Aaron Anders is actually pretty darn good. As far as my future goes, quite frankly, I don't know how much longer I'll be on the independent wrestling scene. I don't know how much longer I'll be back at WFC. But as long as I'm here, I will prove, like I've done time and time again, that 50 caliber Barrett Brown is the best, by God, unsigned wrestler on the independent circuit.
Back to you guys.
That was a very hard point to argue against. Barrett Brown displaying once again why he is certainly one of the top unsigned talents here. Fans, a great match there from Aaron Anders and Barrett Brown. I understand that I believe we're going to go to some words here with Paul Puertorico.
Rockwell, Paul Puertorico, WFC Heavyweight Championship. Tell us your thoughts.
You know, I don't have a whole lot of time and a whole lot of words, but in this story, the hero beats the villain.
Best of luck to you.
All right, some quick and concise words there from Paul Puertorico. He's ready to prove that he can beat Tim Rockwell. Fans, up next for the Hometown Heroes Championship.
Listen, well, let's first tell them and show them. As you can see there, last month, Tommy Dean, who pulled up the upset of the century, ended up being put through a table, which has led us to tonight, where the Hometown Heroes Championship is on the line in a tables match. The defending champion, Alex Royal, takes on Tommy Dean right now.
And here comes the challenger right here. Tommy Dean making his way out to the ring. A new look from the young man as more and more tables are being put into position out here.
Yeah, why they put him near us, though, is what I'm wanting to know.
I wish they wouldn't do that. As long as they leave ours alone, so I'm going to be okay. Just don't touch our table. Take any of the others that happen to be being set up here. Fans, the rules of the table match are very, very simple. The first person to put their opponent through a table will be the winner here. But you must put your opponent, assuming this is being done traditionally, you must put your opponent through the table. You cannot win by accident if you fall off and fall through a table on your own. You have to be actually put through by somebody else. Tommy Dean, who, as you said, scored a tremendous upset, and I'll admit, it was a tremendous upset, but it proved what so many people have believed for such a long time, that Tommy Dean is more than capable of holding his own here in WFC, and tonight he has the opportunity.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, well. We haven't heard this music in a long, long time.
We haven't seen that hand in a long time.
But ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we are about to be joined.
Oh, the doctor's in the house.
By former WFC Heavyweight and Hometown Heroes champion, the only man to hold those titles simultaneously, John Cross.
Is he looking to be the instrument of doom for Tommy Dean here tonight?
Well, John Cross, of course, allied with Alex Royal for such a long time, taking Alex Royal up and making him the man that he currently is. At least that's what John Cross would say. And Cross apparently has some words, and we all know what may be coming here. Yeah, I'm quiet.
What time is it?
2. I am so
the thing that makes victory so, so sweet is defeat. So thank you. Thank you for opening Alex's eyes to what he has to accomplish tonight. You never should have beat him. You never deserved to beat him, but you did. And for that, I am proud of you. But tonight, I'm not just some old devil remembering a time when he had wings. Oh no, let me tell you a story. Tonight I'll tell you a story about a man who used to live beneath my shadow, who crawled into my shadow just to walk behind me, who struggled and fight and clawed his way to stand beside me, and now right here in front of all of you at 7 years of the house that Cross built. No more, because that man tonight walks past me. And tonight, you see, there used to be a time when you only had to be born to be called royal, but tonight, it's through actions that you become royal. Ladies and gentlemen, your hometown heroes champion, Alex the Royal is here.
Well, perhaps no greater introduction than from a man who
Oh, wow.
this individual to be his follower, and there you see your reigning hometown heroes champion, newly bedecked in this
He's got
green
new
jacket.
He's got new glasses, new jacket, new tights. Alex Royal is definitely royalness here tonight. All hail the WFC Hometown Heroes champion, Alex the Showcase Royal.
Royal together with John Cross as well as Reed and ringside. This trifecta of villain associated with personas is going to present a very stiff challenge for Tommy Dean. Can Tommy live up to the expectations?
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a pivotal match for the WFC Hometown Heroes Championship. The winner will be the first man who puts his opponent through a table, and he will be the WFC Hometown Heroes Champion. Introducing first the challenger to my left. He hails from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Here's Tommy D. And introducing now his opponent to my right. He hails from Claremore, Oklahoma. Representing, excuse me, he has just informed me he hails from anywhere but here. Representing the villains, he's the reigning and defending WFC Hometown Heroes Champion, the Showcase, Alex Royal!
You know, Berm, I know you've been into this whole story of Tommy Dean and how it's an underdog-like situation of him starting from the bottom, and now he's made his way to this, the co-main event of our 7th anniversary show, and it being a tables match. Tommy Dean himself liked to talk about how he started his WFC tenure almost a year ago at the Halloween show here in Claremore, and now 1 year later, here he is on our 7th anniversary show as the co-main event for the HTH Championship. And everybody's hoping that the clock doesn't strike midnight, that nothing will go away, that he's gonna get the fairy tale ending that he so desperately wants, but Alex Royal is gonna show him that that's not the case.
Tommy Dean has done everything he needs to do to prove that he belongs here at WFC. He's had to fight and scrape for every little bit that he has gotten. Tonight is the opportunity of a lifetime for him, as he just has to take the one final step to prove that he can hang with every single competitor, every naysayer, everybody who has told him his entire career, you're nothing, you don't deserve to be here. Tommy Dean wants to prove to Alex Royal, he wants to prove to these fans who already believe him, he wants to prove to everyone that he is a top-level competitor, and especially he wants to prove that he can put Alex Royal through a table just like Royal drove him through a table last month.
Oh, I guess in Tommy's mind, it's turnabout's fair play, and it looks like he's wanting to utilize the table right now.
Well, if he could have executed a DVD right there, he would have had the match. But irate by Alex Royal is able to fend that situation off as these two men battle on the outside here, precariously close to the announce area. Dean now hooking Royal, suplex on the outside.
Oh, wow.
This concrete floor may have a little carpet on it to make sure that you don't track mud around, but that's about it. It's not going to give him any type of a padding. And now, Dean introducing Royal to the ring apron area, and Dean throwing Alex Royal back into the ring.
Tommy Dean has been executing, I guess, in his mind, his strategy perfectly to a T, but we see now the AR assault go to work.
And again, I like to point out that, as often is the case with these villains matches, you have John Cross at ringside, you have Reed at ringside, the numbers advantage in the villains' favor, and no disqualifications in this type of match.
Oh man, as if we don't already have enough.
Right, 2 tables already set out, but Tommy Dean says, nope, I got a special one sitting right here.
I don't know what that makes this one more special than these two that are sitting by us.
I don't either, but apparently Tommy Dean feels very comfortable with it as he is going to place it inside the ring. Again, victory inside or outside, it does not matter. As long as you put your opponent through the table, then you are victorious. Dean trying to set up the table, going to go put it into the corner. This counts just as much as if it were normally positioned on both legs. All he has to do is drive Alex Royal through there.
John Cross is over here in the corner.
To fan Alex Royal back into life in this match.
And it looks like it may have worked as Royal has regained his consciousness. But right there, credit to Tommy Dean being right back on top of Alex Royal. Oh, and a nice back elbow. A ripcord-like elbow shot.
With Royal avoiding the worst ending possible right there. And now taking over, Irish whip. Reversal again by Tommy Dean, who charges in, clotheslines Royal to the outside. Again, inside or outside, the tables count. There are 2 already set up out here.
What's Dean thinking about right now?
I have no idea. Well, actually I do. This is one of the standards of his moves.
Oh man!
God. Attempted a daredevil dive, but Alex Royal pulling a ladder out from under the ring and smashing it into the face of Tommy Dean.
That ladder certainly put Tommy Dean, put a halt to whatever strategy he was wanting to execute.
And then ramming his head straight into the corner post.
And now look at that, Alex Royal going back underneath there looking for some more toys. Oh, another table. Okay.
Royal found a table of his own. Using that. Special.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly why we need any more. We've got 2 right here. We've got 1 in the ring, and now it looks like they're positioning a 4th table here in front of some of our WFC faithful.
Royal now making his way back up onto the ring apron, going to grab a hold of Tommy Dean. Maybe going to try to suplex him over. If he was able to do that, he would go through the table, and that would count. Royal going to try to polish this match off quickly. Hold on to that championship. Dean blocking the suplex attempt. Royal picking Dean up, but Dean fighting it off.
Just fighting back and forth now.
Up Dean over though, but twisting so he can land on the ring apron. Both men edging their way down.
Oh my Lord!
The impact on that ring apron as Tommy Dean lays prone at the feet of Alex Royal. And John Cross in to tell Tommy Dean, this is your future. You're going through this thing, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, he's certainly telling him a story right there. And this story has an unfortunate ending for Tommy Dean.
Royal bouncing Dean's head off of that table.
You know, I think this match can serve as a life lesson for everybody. Anybody that thinks that the fairy tale can come true, you're about to get a hard dose of a reality check, because Alex Royal, along with the villains and life itself, will teach you there is no such thing as a fairy tale ending. The clock strikes midnight, the pumpkin comes back, the glass slipper breaks. Anything you can say, any little cliche, doesn't matter, folks. The point of this is that fairy tales don't exist.
Look at Alex Royal stripping the ring skirt off of the mat. Again, no disqualifications in this match. And now pinning Tommy Dean underneath that. Obviously, he's not going to win the match. This is not a last man standing match. But like we saw with the tape used in JD and Double D's match, a lot of brutality, a lot of punishment can be dished out as long as Tommy Dean was trapped underneath that. Thankfully, he was able to escape that. But Alex Royal quickly there to continue to control the pace of this match.
Well, one could argue that this was nothing more than about a business situation between Royal and Dean, but it has quickly turned to a personal affair, especially after the actions of Alex Royal last month. I think this is going to prove that Tommy Dean is looking to show, like you said earlier, that he is indeed able to hang with the big boys, and this is all about Royal showing him, you're not on my level.
Now look at what Reed has positioned the table on the bottom turnbuckle.
That is definitely a unique way.
Upside down on the top turnbuckle. It's not likely to break that way.
Oh no, but it can cause some damage.
Oh man, oh! Smashing Dean's face into the bottom, what would normally be the top of the table, just picking him up and driving it in there, and now Royal dragging the table out of the corner.
Ask for the ladder to come in there from Villain Reed.
Yeah, that's what we mean. It's a tables match, so let's introduce a ladder, sure. Maybe some chairs, or just make it a TLC match.
What, Tender Loving Care?
That's not the TLC I'm talking about. You'll need that after this.
Somebody's going to need it after this, I'll tell you that.
Royal using the ladder as a weapon.
That looks like a villainous ladder there, doesn't it?
Yeah, all decked out in red. And Royal now trading blows with Tommy Dean in the middle of the ring. Dean almost getting the best of it. Dean driven face first.
Wow! Right in face first on the table.
It didn't break. He didn't go through it. Not that you'd really be able to easily go through the table with the table in that position.
But it was enough to cause damage. That's what matters.
Yes, it did. It would have potentially has knocked Tommy Dean senseless, and Royal now positioning himself, looking at the table behind him. All he's got to do is execute perhaps an exploder suplex. Maybe it looks like maybe what he's going for there. Dean fighting his way out now, hooking himself.
Oh, wait a minute.
Go, man.
Oh, wow!
That ladder gave its life for this match.
Oh, stop talking like it's a eulogy.
You can see the leg on that thing? That ladder is not going to be used in a traditional manner ever again.
Thanks for that update, Captain Obvious. Make sure to call you when I really need you to tell me how the weather is. Is it raining outside?
I don't know. I think it's about to be a stormy forecast for Alex Royal. Wait, hold on. Royal, I think Royal was just handed something by John Cross. Look at his right hand. He's got the brass knucks. Alex Royal has the brass knucks.
Oh, and John Cross now is up.
Cross up with the distraction. Royal positioned himself, swings, misses. And high knee by Tommy Dean. High knee by Dean. Again, the brass knucks, perfectly legal in this match.
Yes, indeed they are, so you can't complain about them now. Oh, speak of the devil.
And hey, why not? I mean, if you want to bring brass knucks in the match, let's bring brass knucks in the match.
Oh, I thought Tommy wanted to do things the right way, though.
Well, Tommy Dean casting the brass knucks away, apparently looking to perhaps try to do things the right way. Alex Royal being tended to by Reed on the outside as Tommy Dean mounts up on the top turnbuckle, positions himself.
What is he doing?
He's doing a moonsault, crashing down, wiping out Royal and Reed.
Tommy Dean throwing care to the wind and saying, hey, I'm just going to give it a shot and hope for the best.
That is all Tommy Dean can do, and if he does it enough, it may well pay off for him. He could walk out of here the new Hometown Heroes champion, but he still has to get Royal positioned to be able to go through a table.
Well, this is his biggest moment. This is the biggest shot that he's
Here
had.
comes John Cross to ruin it, but Tommy Dean kicks Cross off. Royal now, quick to intercept. Positions, Tommy Dean gonna pick him up. Buckle bombs.
Oh, no way.
Tommy Dean takes him over. Hurricane Rana. Royal in a precarious position.
Oh, there goes the ref.
Drop kicks through the table. He went through the table.
But the referee is out. The referee did not see it.
Tommy Dean should be the Hometown Heroes, right?
No, he should not. The referee did not see it. And look at John. Look at John Cross.
What?
Oh, look at John. He positioned himself. Look at that.
World? What?
Do you realize what he just did? The referee did not see it. Exactly. And John Cross positioning himself. Tommy Dean's trying to plead his case, but it looks like John went through the table.
John Cross looking like John Cross sacrificing himself.
Exactly. Oh, what a smart man is John Cross.
The shenanigans of the villains, the numbers, the plot, and Tommy
Oh,
Dean.
no, don't touch the man. He is hurt.
Why not? If he wants to be a part of this match, let's have him be part of this match.
No, he is a hurt man. Oh, and that's what you get. See? And he had the brass knucks loaded, too.
Alex Royal now grabbing Tommy Dean, who should rightfully be the Hometown Heroes
Oh,
champion at this moment.
boo-hoo. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, but he isn't.
And Dean still fighting back. Dean realizing Dean gonna take Alex Royal over the top. Over the top and down. Tommy Dean has to somehow find a way to get Alex Royal through another table.
All right, now again.
Oh, look out.
Oh, wow, the switch kick from John Cross.
And he puts Tommy Dean down.
See, this is what you get when you put your hands on a WFC legend and an actual fellow villain member.
John Cross now interjecting himself, essentially tagging in to this match as he positions himself on the second rope. Dean trying to fight off John Cross. Cross down. Tommy Dean.
Oh, wait, no.
Tommy Dean
No, don't do this.
top rope.
Not to John. He's got an injured back. Don't do that.
Tommy Dean, frog splash, but Royal right there to intercept. Picks him up.
Brainbuster.
That's John Cross's move, which he taught Alex Royal. But still, this match continues until somebody goes through a table.
He dropped Dean right down on his head. Did you see the way he landed?
I did. And this may well present a problem for Alex Royal because he's got to pick Tommy Dean up to put him back through the table. And now he's got to set the table up. All the while, Tommy Dean, hopefully, is using this time to try to recuperate, to try to find a way to get some energy back in his body to fend off this attack.
I just hope John Cross is doing okay. Cross, you okay, buddy? You doing all right? I think he's doing all right. He's doing okay. He's moving.
Yeah, he's moving. He's fine. John Cross now. Oh, excuse me.
Well, don't you speak
Tommy
for
Dean
him.
now, positioned on the table. Alex Royal. Royal to the outside.
Well, they've torn apart this ring as it is.
And
oh,
now
wait a minute.
another ladder.
Well, one ladder was already bent and unable to use. I guess when you don't have it, you go for another.
Nobody informed me that we were now sponsored by Home Depot and Lowe's, but apparently this is the...
First off, I don't think either one of them would sponsor, with the other one being another co-sponsor.
Well, it's for charity. I'm sure they get a nice write-off.
It's competition. They don't care. Much like Alex Royal doesn't care what he has to do to Tommy Dean. All he wants to do is rid himself of this nuisance and retain his HTH championship.
Alex Royal now going to climb the ladder. If he can come off, if he can connect with the same elbow smash that he had before, but Dean out from under. Dean.
Oh, wait.
Calling Royal down.
John Cross is in the ring, and he's got a friend with him.
Is that?
That's Shirley.
That's Shirley. That's oh, God! Right to the head of Tommy Dean.
Oh, we know what's setting up now. This looks like a repeat of last month.
And John Cross laying Tommy Dean across that table.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The fairy tale ends right now.
Cross now holding the ladder secure. All right,
this is it. Over.
Off. That is it.
Your winner and still WFC Hometown Hero.
I told you. I said it at the beginning of this match. Fairy tales don't exist. The clock. Wait a minute. What?
What? Well, JD out again with the Ryder Cup.
Well, wait a minute. I thought he used his shot.
Perhaps that. I don't know what's being counted on here. But JD staring down Alex Royal. John Cross stepping in between it. JD extending a hand to John Cross. Who's he? Remember, there was all that question months ago about whose side was JD. Was he a villain or was he a hero?
You never learn, do you? Always Mr. Nice Guy.
JD shaking the hand.
Oh, wait a minute!
He picks up John Cross. He picks him up and drops him down. And JD calling for the microphone.
Alex, I want to jump for that. You would do this to me. Captain.
Alex, what? JD is now?
I thought he already did.
Apparently not. We ring the bell. We've got a follow-up match again for the Hometown Heroes title. And JD hoisting Alex Royal
up. No, not like this.
JD looking for the JD KO.
No.
Right there.
No,
JD hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. We got a new Hometown Heroes champion. We got a new Hometown Heroes champion.
And new Hometown Heroes champion, JD.
I said at the end of the match between JD and Double D that even without the belt, he was the hometown hero here. And now the package is complete as JD sits with the Hometown Heroes title. JD is the champion. And that's 2 losses for the Villains tonight. The tag team titles wiped away at the beginning of the opening match. And now the Hometown Heroes title taken away in this match. And we've only got one more match to go.
I don't know what to say.
It does not seem like momentum and opportunity is on the side of the Villains tonight.
It's unbelievable what I'm seeing right now. JD came in at the most advantageous time, and I thought he had already tried and failed to cash in on that Ryder Herring Memorial Cup HTH opportunity. Apparently, I was wrong this whole time. JD cashing in tonight, and it paid off in a huge dividend, being the Hometown Heroes Championship.
JD has beaten the Villains at their own game. And JD goes out and takes his place amongst the people.
Oh, amongst his hometown,
his
right?
hometown fans. As he is greeted by family who've seen him fight for such a long time. For these kids who've seen him fight in order to help out every single bit of WFC. His wife, his children. JD has now fulfilled the dream of everyone here as he has wrested the Hometown Heroes Championship away from the Villains and from Alex Royal specifically. Fans, it's been an amazing show. We thank you for tuning in here on Facebook. For those of you who are able to join us, we're glad to be able to present this opportunity for you live to see all this action. We've got to clean up a bunch of mess here in the ring. But we've had an outstanding show so far. 2 new champions, new tag team champions in the form of Bishop Nasty and RIKER, who we didn't even know if A, were a team, and B, were back on the WFC roster.
Getting their revenge on the villains.
And now JD has taken revenge on his former tag team partner, on a man who has put him through so much, and now proudly puts the Hometown Heroes Championship across his shoulder. And as he continues to work his way throughout the WFC faithful here before going to the back, JD, the new Hometown Heroes champion. But coming up next,
the main event is here.
The main event, there's no waiting any longer. We're going to find out who is superior.
Now it's come to this. It's main event time.
Any final thoughts? I have no final thoughts because for the past few months I've talked about it. I've said over and over and over again, Paul can't beat me. And now, I'm proving.
So it has now come to this, CM Burnham. The time is now. The championship is on the line. And the question that has been on everybody's mind, can Paul beat Tim? I, like many other of the villain supporters, believe Paul cannot beat Tim Rockwell. And tonight, Tim Rockwell looks to elude himself of the Planet Puertorico problem of Paul Puertorico.
And I, of course, have been very vocal in my standing that Paul Puertorico absolutely can beat Tim Rockwell if the situation is made even. And our normal director of operations, Stryker, has gone out of his way to try and make this situation as even as possible. He stated if any members of the villains were to arrive or to do anything here, then Paul Puertorico would, or Tim Rockwell would be stripped of the WFC championship. That championship would be then given to Paul Puertorico, and Stryker says he will come back, he will do it personally when he arrives back from Odessa, Texas, where he is currently at the funeral of Fred Urban, the former runner of old school wrestling down there, and he was an awesome individual himself, a man who I know supported WFC, even though he never came up here to be able to compete on a WFC show. But he appreciated what Tim Rockwell and all of us have done here with WFC. Stryker and several other members who have known Fred Urban for such a long time, currently attending his funeral services, and we wish his family the best. Now, we've got Tim, the champion, in the ring. It's time for the challenger to beam on down here and to take his spot for this championship opportunity. There you see Arrow Kid out front. Arrow Knot to the side. And the newly regained Planet Puertorico Undisputed Grand Championship back around the waist of Paul Puertorico as of last night in Oklahoma City. And he wants to add the WFC championship to that gold.
But to Tim's point, as he said in our Facebook interview with Dustin McGowan, he said Paul's attention has been diverted to several other areas, and that championship that he regained is a proving point of that. Paul has wrestled around this entire state for, you name a promotion, he's been there.
That's true.
But he has definitely not been solely focused on WFC, much like Tim Rockwell has been, and that has been Tim's point and is going to be what sets him apart from Paul Puertorico here tonight.
Paul Puertorico competing a very grueling match against Xavier last night at Mid-South. Oh, here comes Director of Operations, temporary Director of Operations Dexter Hardaway out here.
Just when I thought this night couldn't get any worse.
Before this gets started, security, get everybody up here. Check under this ring, check out here everywhere. Make sure, hey, Cliff, first and foremost, check these top turnbuckles with me. That's where he beat me. Nothing. That's one.
Oh, look. There's a chain in the top turnbuckle.
Everywhere. No weapons, nothing.
We've already seen the underneath area pretty much stripped of all weapons.
There's only one exception to this rule, and that is Shirley is allowed to be at ringside. Him and Stryker agreed to that. But absolutely, there will be no villains allowed.
No villains allowed.
There will be a clear, definitive winner at the end of the night. Do your job, Tuck.
Anything? Is it clear? We go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is your main event for the evening. It is scheduled to end in pinfall or submission and is for the WFC Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. To my right, he hails from Planet Puerto Rico and is the reigning Planet Puerto Rico Grand Undisputed Planetary Champion. He is the extraterrestrial Paul Puertorico. And introducing now his opponent to my left, representing the Villains. He is accompanied to the ring this evening by Shirley. He hails from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and is your reigning and defending WFC champion, the natural-born villain, Tim Rockwell.
This rivalry so deeply personal as Tim Rockwell hands over the WFC Championship to referee Mike 2.
Still don't understand exactly why Tuck Davian decided to actually admonish the fact that Paul has a fake championship out here.
You said admonish, I think you mean acknowledge. Nonetheless,
don't correct me.
It's a belt, it's a real belt.
I'm glad that it's real as you can touch it. It's not a real title. It even has his name on the freaking title.
Well, yes, because that's what wrestlers do. Have you not seen what they do in other federations where you win a championship and you get a little plate that has your champion name on there to distinguish?
Do me a favor and see if that thing's removable.
I don't want to touch this without Paul's permission.
Oh, then I'll do it.
Hey, no, you get your hand away. Get your hand away. That's Paul Puertorico's belt.
Exactly.
Belt.
He made it up.
Bell rings. We are underway. That belt is not at stake here. The WFC Championship is. And
the actual championship.
And immediately, Tim Rockwell to the outside to ponder the situation. He cannot count on the Villains to back him up. Shirley is allowed at ringside.
Per the agreement with Stryker.
I'm actually a little surprised that Stryker was that lenient, but that's as may be. Paul Puertorico, nobody out here to back him up as well. This is a one-on-one scenario, and Dexter Hardaway has said there will be a winner, an undisputed winner in this match. And again, Tim Rockwell to the outside. As you can see the wheels turning in the brain there as he's trying to figure out, what can I do? They already found the chain I planted in the turnbuckle.
Hey, he doesn't need to plan anything out. This is champion's
What, do you think
advantage.
the screw there? I mean, why would it be there? Paul Puertorico not wanting to waste any more time.
It's champion's advantage. Keep that in mind. Paul can beat Tim. He doesn't need to beat him, but he can. Paul needs to beat Tim in order to become WFC champion. And he ain't going to serve him any favors because he can get disqualified doing this.
Yeah, Puertorico certainly needs to keep his temper in line here. He's wanted to get his hands on Tim Rockwell for so many months. So long he has wanted to be able to get this one-on-one match. Oh, look out. Look out there. Mike 2 almost getting wiped out there as Puertorico. Now Irish whipping Tim Rockwell into the ring post. And again, Rockwell with a boot to the face, and then Tim Rockwell slides to the outside.
Just regaining his breath here. Puertorico rained down on Tim a few moments ago.
Yeah, Puertorico not going to allow Tim Rockwell to go outside and buy any time for himself. Puertorico and Rockwell exchanging chops on the outside, back and forth. Paul Puertorico has been a competitor in this ring since 1998. Tim Rockwell started in 2004. They both bring a tremendous amount of experience in here. They are both traveled very well around not just the state, but this entire region.
Tim's leaving.
And Tim trying to go to the back. Puertorico intercepting him here. They're fighting at the gorilla position of the entranceway. Referee Mike 2 ordering both men to go back into the ring. I don't think Tim Rockwell.
Oh, man.
Whoa. They're going to the outside now. They're going out into the fan area.
Well, they have definitely been lenient with the rules here.
Well, thankfully our camera's able to keep.
Oh
God.
Man.
Puertorico rammed into the wall. I hope we can get some security over there to make sure that the fans are kept safe and away from the action here. But Puertorico thrown into the wall. And now Tim Rockwell upset with the wall. That's good.
The rock wall, if you will.
And now bouncing Puertorico's head off one of the stands.
Again, referee is being extremely lenient on the rules here.
Well, the referee understands. Mike 2 understands the importance of championship caliber matches. This is not his first time to call a match of this importance. He knows he wants to see a winner here. He knows the fans want to see a winner. And he understands how far he can let things go as both men now battling around near the hard camera side.
Oh,
man.
Wow.
Puertorico just destroying the chest there of Tim Rockwell.
We could hear the echo there. And again, our cameras are trying as best as they can to keep up with both these men.
Yeah, I hope they decide to stay inside because they're right near an exit. And if they were to battle to the outside, I'm not sure we'd be able to truly follow them.
He used a fan there. Don't set off the alarm now.
I think that was Uncle Bernie. I think that was Bernard Funk. That's Tim's uncle. Did he use him? Oh, they're down on the merchandise table. They're over by the Canadian Red Devil stuff. Where's CRD? His stuff is going to get all messed up.
Right. And now just knees, repetitive knees to the abdomen of Tim Rockwell. Just trading shots here again. Our
camera's having trouble keeping up exactly with all the action of what's going on here now.
Oh, here we go.
Rockwell down on the ground. Puertorico.
They're fighting their way almost all the way
around.
They're
all over here. The fans really getting their money's worth as Puertorico dragging Tim Rockwell through the crowd. I think Arrow Kid was sitting out in the fans in the crowd there.
I didn't even know where he went. I thought he left.
Puertorico, big overhead clubbing forearm down across Tim Rockwell as he's laid out across some of the chairs here. Fans scattering, trying to keep out of the way. See the Mountain Man trying to help out with security here.
Well, they're trying to keep up with us here.
Yeah.
Trying to watch this action.
Oh, look out. Puertorico thrown back inside the barricade. And Rockwell now picking up a copy of the WFC magazine, which you can get here at WFC shows, and fanning himself with it.
$3, y'all.
Yeah. Picking up, I think it was Tim Rockwell as the a part of the centerfold this time. Rockwell now grabbing the ring apron.
Oh, no, that's the streamers.
That's the streamers. I'm sorry, you're right. Using them to
choke the life out of Paul Puertorico.
And finally, Puertorico back inside the ring. Rockwell soon to follow here. Order seemingly restored as the match now back inside, and Puertorico down. Rockwell casting aside the shirt that said, "Paul, you can't beat me."
Oh, there's
Puertorico being stripped of his shirt as well. Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't definitely by choice, it was by force. And Rockwell obviously in the advantageous position here.
Puertorico firing back here, giving out as much as he has taken. Chops and forearms all over Tim Rockwell.
It's funny how we've seemingly come full circle, because it was at this very show where Tim Rockwell became the WFC champion from John Cross. My, oh my, how things have changed.
Oh, look out, hooking. Down goes Puertorico.
Oh, that can do
it. Rockwell across the top, but not good enough. Oh, whoa, what's going on here? Why is Reed here? Reed can't be here. He's a member of the Villains. He's got to go.
Oh, well, he may need to go, but Shirley doesn't.
Mike 2 immediately in the face of Reed to back Reed out, but you're right. Tim Rockwell has got Shirley. What?
Well,
are you? No, come on. Come on, Mike, you saw that. Yeah, Mike 2 clearly saw Tim Rockwell throw Shirley to Paul Puertorico to try and fake it as if he'd used Shirley. So no, he's not going to do that. Tim Rockwell desperately trying anything he can to retain that championship. He says everybody saw that. I'm not buying it. Mike 2, a highly experienced referee. Well, he's ejecting Shirley. Mike 2 is ejecting Shirley for Shirley's interference.
No, that's not part of the agreement.
It doesn't matter.
Wait.
I don't think it was agreed upon for Shirley to interfere either.
Shirley was allowed to be at ringside per the agreement of Rockwell and Stryker.
I'm sure Shirley had to behave herself, and she did not. Rockwell now with a knee to the side of the head on Puertorico. He has nothing left in the bag of tricks. It's all got to come down to Tim Rockwell and Paul Puertorico. There's nobody and nothing left for him to rely upon.
I don't understand why you're talking as if he can't beat Paul. Tim can beat Paul. Paul can't beat Tim.
All I'm saying is that it's purely going to be what Stryker wanted, what all these fans here want. They want to know who the better man is. They believe it's Paul Puertorico. And Mike 2 casting aside some of the tape that Tim Rockwell has wrapped up there.
Oh, and Tim just said, I got another one.
And Mike 2 intercepts that as well. Throws that out too. There's nothing left. Mike 2 telling the two of them, or telling Rockwell specifically, the two of you have got to wrestle. That's how this is going to be determined.
But Rockwell right now, the one that is in control of this matchup, as he rained elbows into the face of Puertorico in a suplex for good measure.
Puertorico absorbing so much punishment during the course of this as Rockwell sits. And again, you can see the wheels turning. He's got to think himself out of this corner. He thought he had everything planned for. He thought he had backup after backup after backup, and it's all been stripped away from him.
He said it again.
He can say it a lot, but he's got to prove it. And Paul Puertorico up here to challenge him and say, yes, I can. Oh, look out. Mike 2 caught a foot to the eye there from Tim Rockwell.
Yeah, Mike 2 definitely took a foot there.
And a foot right to the eye as Puertorico now preparing to come out perhaps with a moonsault.
Yeah, Mike 2 definitely still trying to regain himself here. Puertorico's looking to go high fly, but wait a minute.
Hey. Look out. No.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
I thought I saw that.
Hey, God, are you kidding me? Where did those come from?
Oh, now look at that, hooking him up. Grapevine DDT.
No.
I told you, Burnham.
Not this way.
I told you.
No.
I told you. Yes.
Your winner and still WFC champion, Tim Rockwell.
I told you, Burnham. I told you. I said it. I'll repeat it because it's poignantly clear now. Tim can beat Paul. Paul can't beat Tim.
I don't even know what to say here.
Well, here, I'll say it for you. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner in this very highly contested matchup, back and forth. At the end of the day, though, your winner and your new, well, not necessarily new. I was just faking you out there because I wanted to make sure that you were tuning in. The still undisputed WFC heavyweight champion, Tim Rockwell.
Jordan Fox going to get in the ring here, try to get a word with the champion.
Tim, we've been seeing it all over Facebook, all over social media the last couple of months. You've been telling Paul, you can't beat. We're going to see it tonight. Paul didn't beat you. How does it feel to walk out of here still the WFC champion?
I knew I would walk out WFC champion. I told you all, Paul can't beat me. I did it without the villains. I did it without Sterling. I beat you, Paul. More importantly, Dexter, Hardaway, get your butt out here so I can rub it in. Come on, Dexter, get out here. Bring your sucker, bring everything you got. Get out here now.
Tim Rockwell calling out Dexter Hardaway.
Yeah, for one, I'm okay with that.
Oh, I know you would be.
I am.
I knew you would be.
Why wouldn't I be? It's only right to have the guy who thought he was in control get it shoved in his face that, guess what? You're not even close.
Come on, get in this ring.
Tim calling Dexter out. Dexter.
What do you want? I was on the phone. I was on the telephone talking WFC business, and I hear Dexter right there at the door. I just abruptly ended that conversation. What you have?
Did that phone call insist? Striker, guess what? Tim beat Paul. He beat him without the villains. He beat him without Shirley. He beat Paul right in the middle of this ring. But that's not what I want to talk to you about. Guess what? What you did to me? You allowed JD to come down here.
What? Hey, what is
yes!
Rockwell doing?
Yes!
What? Ow!
Thank you so much, Mr. Rockwell.
This is my ring. This is my show. That is my voice. We run this company. Not you, not Striker, not the board of directors. Tim freaking Rockwell.
Well, I just had my favorite moment of the night.
I'm so glad you're thrilled. Meanwhile, I stare on in disgust as not only did Tim Rockwell take an unfair advantage to beat Paul Puertorico.
Oh, stop it.
He
Shut
did.
up, Burnham.
He did.
Shut
now
up.
He assaulted the man
No.
who was put into a position of authority by Striker.
Oh, what boo freaking who. I said it in several different occasions. Fairy tales don't exist. Your winner tonight, every night, and the runner of it.
Whoa, Tim Rockwell now motioning the villains in. Rockwell motioning the villains in, and then putting the boots to Hardaway.
Oh, this is I'm so happy right now. Thank you so much, Mr. Rockwell. You're giving me the best moment of the night. Thank you so much for this.
This is an absolute travesty as they...
Hey, you said Travis.
No, don't put words in my mouth. Brain buster by Alex Royal.
Dispose of this nuisance, this cretin. This insect. Get rid of him.
Is that it? Are you done?
Oh, I hope not.
Have you taken care of what you came here to do?
I hope not.
John Cross bursting a balloon. Now picking up
your balloon as well.
Dexter Hardaway here. Are we? No. Come on. You've done enough.
Do it again. Yes. Once was good. Twice was just so nice.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is our owner. This is the man.
No. This is your president. This is your champion of WFC. This is the natural-born villain. This is Tim Rockwell. You're speechless. I love it.
Yeah, I'm just shocked at what I see. I'm disgusted with the actions of these people. There are no words to fulfill what it is that I want to say here.
No, there is a word. Greatness. That's what we just witnessed here. Oh, and now he's picking up. That fake title. That fake title.
Well, that quote-unquote fake title, not on the line here. But look, Tim Rockwell apparently decides that title's worthwhile enough to walk away with.
Yeah, it's a nice little treasure prop to put in your suitcase, isn't it? Oh, and look at this. This poor little Dexter Hardaway trying to get back to his feet. Oh, well.
We'll be back here in Claremore at the BFW on October 27th. WFC Halloween. Drive safe tonight, folks. Myself and WFC will be doing the final farewell from the Silver State. Good night. God bless. We will see you at ringside.
Well, fans, we're going to stick around here in order to provide this live after the cause, fans. 7-year anniversary, absolutely amazing. In paper, we're being joined here by our backstage announcer, Jordan Fox. As Jordan, you've had a kind of a rude welcome here in certain instances here to WFC, but welcome to the show. We appreciate your contributions in place of Dustin McGowan, and we've had an amazing night. We opened things off with an experienced veteran versus a newcoming rookie in the form of Dexter Hardaway and Reed. Reed picking up the victory here over Dexter Hardaway. Thanks in part, of course, to Villain Security, who made their presence known throughout the night.
It was absolutely crazy out there. The villains were supposed to be banned from coming out, and Tim seemed to find a way around that.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about the opening situation here, and then after that particular match, we went on to Luke Langley, Jake O'Brien, a match with O'Brien making his way back here into WFC. Actually, a really great even match, a show of respect at the end of that. Both of these gentlemen certainly working their way up the ladder, hoping to come back into title contention here at WFC.
Hoping for that, as it was a great, highly contested matchup between both O'Brien. But at the end of the day, Langley, he got back in what he was hoping is going to be a winning track. But we'll see. Only the future can tell what's going to hold for both O'Brien and Langley to come.
And then the Canadian Red Devil finally proving his point, pulling out the victory after several hard-fought opportunities over the past months. CRD putting Maddox Jones in the middle of the ring, forcing him to tap out to the sharpshooter, and certainly resolving his issues with Maddox Jones that have been taking place over the past couple of months.
Yeah, there was a lot of build-up on social media for that, and that turned out to be a phenomenal match. I did not see that submission win coming from. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and that's exactly the type of win that CRD is capable of doing. Then we went into the main show, the tag team gauntlet match. Every tag team on the roster, plus a new one that we were not expecting. We thought for sure that the villains had retained after they defeated Space Age Heroes.
They were supposed to.
And then out of nowhere, here comes Dexter Hardaway out to announce that there was a new team on the roster. That team, the returning RIKER and the reborn, he's the pastor,
resurrected,
the pastor
resurrected
of Soul, Bishop Nasty, and they are now the WFC Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, don't even get me started. That was the first thorn in the side, courtesy of Dexter Hardaway,
Well, I thought
along with being pie-faced by me. I'm talking about not to me. You want to get me heated and hotted about that situation again? I'll talk all night about that if you want me to.
I'm just saying that was another step in the course there of Dexter Hardaway's night, which didn't pay off.
Costing the villains the tag team titles.
How loud was that crowd?
That crowd was absolutely amazed when Nasty and RIKER made their return. They'd not been seen here since back in January. We had no idea that they were back on the roster, and now both those men tag team champions. Then we moved on to the Russian chain match. You talk about brutality between these two. Very personal issue. Meklakov humiliating Dimitri Alexandrov a couple of months ago, and now the Russian chain match between them as they beat each other from post to post, trying to touch all four corners.
It was old school Russia versus new school Russia tonight, and it was absolutely a phenomenal match. I got to speak for just a moment. I got to speak with Dimitri after his win tonight, and I'm going to have to send him my bill to get my shirt clean because he rubbed his sweat all over me.
That's a happy greeting from Dimitri.
Yeah. But the Russian chain match was just, it was off the chain.
Yep. Good job. Good job there. All right, then we moved on to the match that was supposed to happen last month, happened this time around. Colt Killbane, Greg Anthony, you said it, it's to determine who the real golden boy of WFC is. Their war now tied 1-1. I have a feeling this issue really not over between them, but Coach Doggins, once again, proving himself
inspirational leader
to be an inspirational leader, and it's definitely a big-time factor in the win for Colt Killbane that night.
He was not that big of a factor in Killbane's win. Killbane did a lot of that on his own, despite what you would like to say and make everybody else think out here in Facebook world. I promise you that Killbane is definitely the standard brand that he represents here in WFC.
I don't know what match you were watching, Travis.
Well, he sees things through a very interesting filter.
I see things that you don't.
We move on then to the last man standing match between Double D and JD for the Ryder Herring Memorial Cup. This match took things to a whole new level. You could see the wounds on the backs of both individuals, especially Double D, as those kendo shots just literally stripping the skin off of him. Double D could not count on Queen Erica to back him up. It had to do it on his own, as he says he always does anyway. But tonight, it didn't exactly prove that to be the point, as JD reclaimed the Ryder Herring Memorial Cup, which would come into play later on in the night.
Yeah, like you said, Erica was not here tonight to help out Double D, and you know he still put up a hard-fought fight. But in the end, I think that was the difference. And you're right, there was whelps all over Double D's body. I caught up with him backstage, and he refused to even speak with me. He would not even let me put the microphone anywhere near him. He refused to speak to me, but he had whelps all over his body, front and back, and it was grotesque.
After intermission, we came back to a match that you and I were really looking forward to, and I'm sure that you were interested in this one as well. Barrett Brown, Aaron Anders, a rematch from such a long time ago, the two of them. Barrett Brown says that Aaron Anders was not bulletproof, and Barrett Brown proved that tonight by putting Aaron Anders down to defeat.
He did exactly what happened last week when the Longhorns took on the Sooners and showed that Texas can dominate Oklahoma at any point or time at any given day. Barrett Brown showcased he is 50 caliber for a reason, and Aaron Anders certainly tonight was nowhere near bulletproof.
Both of those gentlemen certainly on the radar of a lot of national and international promotions. You heard Barrett Brown himself say, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be around the indie circuit too much longer, and really I think it's amazing.
It's only a matter of time.
It's just a matter of time before his talents certainly are recognized. Then the tables match for the Hometown Heroes Championship. Alex Royal, Tommy Dean. In many ways, I was hoping it would be the Cinderella story, as Tommy Dean has fought and scraped his way up the ladder.
What'd I say?
Last time, I know you love to say it.
Say it again.
No, you say it so much better than I do. I don't want it to come out of my mouth.
Fairy tales don't exist. Clock always strikes midnight, kids. Well, just letting you know.
In this particular instance, Travis was correct, because it was thanks to the presence of John Cross, thanks to the presence of Reed, Tommy Dean was unable to get the victory, even though he put Alex Royal through a table and should have been declared the winner. Referee down on the outside did not see that. John Cross essentially sacrificing himself when the referee revived up, and it looked like it had been Cross put through the table, not Alex Royal. Royal goes on to win, but then out comes JD, cashes in the Ryder Herring Trophy, which I'll admit, both Travis and I thought he had done this a couple of months before.
Yeah.
But he officially had not done so. Cashes it in, your new Hometown Heroes champion, to the thrill of all these WFC faithful, JD.
That was, you said that it always strikes midnight, and there is no such thing as fairy tale endings, but that is about as close to a fairy tale ending as we're going to get. I felt like Tommy Dean was going to win the match, and in the end, JD is the one that went home happy, basically. We got to see him. He went out into the crowd and actually got to celebrate with his kids out there. It was about as close to a fairy tale ending as you're going to get.
And I got to hand it to this, and this is the last thing I'll say, and then we can move on to the biggest story of the night, the main event. That matchup, that tables match, while I was rooting, obviously, even though they say I have to be unbiased, I have to say Tommy Dean put up a hell of a fight, and it was a great matchup, but he still failed. And then JD, I swear, Striker's going to need to look more into this, because I swear, as God is my loving witness, that JD had already attempted this and had lost his chance. That shouldn't have happened in the first place. I think Striker really needs to go back and take a look at that, but something tells me since he hates the villains to begin with, he ain't even going to look at that.
Well, I'm sure that his hatred for the villains is going to be brought up to another level once he sees the footage of what happened in the main event. Tim Rockwell, Paul Puertorico, it was the social media event of the entire year between the two of them as they went back and forth between each other repeatedly. Tim Rockwell saying, Paul, you can't beat me. And tonight,
what happened? Say it.
Tonight, Tim Rockwell found a way to beat Paul Puertorico.
Exactly.
This was the match that I thought we were starting off with. I apologize, I couldn't hear you. This crowd was still hot from when Tim. I'm not going to say that he cheated Paul Puertorico, but I am going to say that he had that crowd upset. Tim Rockwell did, and I could barely hear you when we first started talking.
You know what you can tell him though is that Tim defeated Paul. That's what you can't say.
I do believe the record books, you know, me and CM will probably agree on this. The record books will say that Tim Rockwell won the match, but
yes.
But I hate to admit that he won.
You know, you can hate it all you want. It doesn't matter though. Facts are facts.
Technically,
technically, it's straightforward. It was a match, and at the end of the match, Tim Rockwell is still your WFC champion. Well, just admit it and embrace it.
I suspect that when Striker returns from the funeral services of Fred Urban, that he will be able to look at the tape here, and I just have a sneaking suspicion that Striker is going to find some way to make sure that Tim Rockwell has a few consequences for the actions that he put forward here. Fans, 7 years of WFC culminating here tonight. It's been an amazing show. We thank Claremore for being the home of us for quite a while, for the past couple of years here. We love coming out here. We love doing these shows to help the Claremore community and especially to help the kids that are fighting cancer. We will be back in 2 weeks at a different venue, but still here in Claremore. We'll be at the VFW for our Halloween show. Until then, for Travis Foulhark, for Jordan Fox, I'm CM Burnham. Thank you for tuning in, and so long from the Sooner State.